Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Welcome everyone to the Raconteur Society's Tuesday night game.
Tuesday night game night.
Yoo-hoo. Who are we, you might be wondering? We are a gaggle of old friends that are geeks past our peaks and have been doing this since the late 1980s. Not streaming, but gaming. Tonight, we are throwing down
Again.
Exalted, which is a World of Darkness game that was put out at some point. Dale, take it away.
All right. So, yes, we are playing Exalted First Edition, which was put out by White Wolf originally. There is a second and third edition. I ended up getting some of the Exalted First Edition books. This one for free from a friend, Robert Pope, who, if he's not joined, he will be here soon. And then I ended up tracking down the other books, and I really like this system. It's kind of vague in some places, but I like that because you can make up your own stuff.
It's vague.
So, the last time we played, which was last weekend, the Circle, which is a group of Solars, had ended up going to, you encountered two other Solars who were passing by.
Right.
Kind of met with them.
Their heads exploded.
Yeah, you encountered a wandering fellow who didn't really make a lot of sense.
A marshmallow?
Hey, marshmallow, that's low life. This wandering fellow kind of talked to himself and danced a lot and talked to you guys and had some vague, cryptic answers and also seemed to know more about you guys than some of you knew about. But you never figured out.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
And yes, Simon, it is the end of the world.
Of the world as we know it.
Yep.
Actually, this is the beginning of the world all over.
Yeah.
Welcome to Exalted, yes.
So you guys had met this wandering fellow. You nicknamed him Pan because he had a lot of pans with him. He wandered off, wished you good journey, and said maybe he'll see you again sometime. Mm-hmm. And then you followed the road and went to a small hamlet. You guys are in the east, so it's kind of the wooded area, a lot of forests, a lot of trees, and where you are is kind of like the trees are so thick it's almost like a canopy. So after that, they came to a little hamlet, and they noticed everybody was just kind of going through their daily routine and kind of humming a low hum. And they came into town. You asked about getting your leer fixed or maybe some bows fletched, and they were like, "Oh, check by the house up in the middle of town and talk to the three maidens." Who were the matriarch?
Hit the wrong button.
Who were the matriarchs of the community? And they came out and talked to you, and you found out that this humming sound was kind of interesting, and all the people were kind of surrounding you. And what had happened was they were infested by a thing called heart wasps. They crawl into your body through any orifice, or if they can't find one, they will chew through, and they set up a colony in your body. They feed on your internal organs and colonize, and you are essentially a drone. The longer you have this happen, the worse off you are, and you essentially become controlled by these wasps. So
Like
when you
most
guys
political parties.
So when you guys talked to the maidens, one of them grabbed Cicada's hands and opened her mouth, and these pale cream and crimson colored wasps start crawling out of her mouth. They started exiting all the people through their mouths and swarming at you guys because they needed new host bodies. You guys kind of fought them off with some of the townsfolk with some special moves, and then the two Zenith cast characters, which was Cicada and Misumichu, I think it was.
Now talking about breaking out in hives.
Mochimitsu. Yeah. Used their zenith auras, spent a lot of essence, started to glow, and it incinerated these wasps. You had visions from a past life that this actually worked, and it did. So you got rid of the wasps, the people fell dead, but there was a small family of three, mother, father, and a daughter, like a teenage daughter. They were still coughing up blood, and you found out they had just recently been infected. So you guys were able to stay for a few days, and Reisha used a lot of her healing charms and stuff like that. You got them kind of fixed up as best you could. They seemed like they were going to recover okay. They hadn't been infected that long. So the next time you came to a small town or village, you were able to drop them off So they're like, oh, well, we're not going home. So, but that place is kind of an abandoned hamlet. But as far as you know, all the heart wasps were killed.
Yeah, we burned all the bodies.
Yeah. And the maidens had queens living inside of them. That's why they were the queens of the colony. So, but you dealt with that and kind of moved on. The other two that you met,
They're from Cat.
yeah, they were pulled somewhere else. They had a feeling they needed to go a different direction, so they followed their instincts and moved on. But you were well met. Maybe you'll see him again someday. You don't know, but
And have more vacation days.
yeah, if they get more time off from work, maybe they'll join up. Like, hey,
And also coming up next week is
Halloween special.
yeah.
It's gonna be a party.
with our special guest Celtic Honey.
So anyway, you guys have traveled on for a few days. You've come across a couple little more like hamlets or small, tiny villages. Not much to speak of. They're in the woods, and like I was saying, in the Fellowship of the Ring, when Merry and Pippin are taken by the orcs into the woods, and you see Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas kind of find the burn pile, and they track them where they went into the woods, and they're like, what drove them in there? You know how they were out in like a field, like the plains, and then when they went into the woods, it was like they just were like enveloped by these woods, and it was just overhead was just a canopy of leaves. It's kind of the woods you're going into. Maybe not near as dark, but very thick.
It's running away. We scared him off.
Every once in a while, you'll see a clearing or where the branches have parted, so you still get sunlight. Otherwise, it's kind of dappled through the leaves, so it's kind of a very shady kind of area. You have seen some villages or small settlements in the middle of the day that have lanterns or small torches going outside their homes because it is pretty shaded. It's pretty dark without the sun, but it's not pitch black by any means.
Does this seem like it's the wild or just a forest?
Yeah, it's just a forest.
Okay.
But after a few days of traveling, you do find what looks like a road sign. And it actually has a post, and it says Willowick, 2 miles. Just kind of posted on the side of this kind of pathway. And this is probably the first town name you've seen in obviously a couple days. Like even the hamlet didn't have a name. And it's like, well, it's our home. You go, what's the name of this place? Doesn't have a name. There's only 12 of us, so we never named it. But this one looks like it might be a larger settlement. So as you ride up the road, you do see the trees not really clear away, but they kind of thin out. But in through the trees, you can see what looks like houses. And it looks like there's maybe, you can hear, before you get there, a little bit of a small waterfall kind of thing going. And water running. There was a stream that you passed a few days back, but this sounds a little bit bigger. And you do see some lanterns and stuff like that. Yeah, there you go. You do see some lanterns and stuff on some of the houses. Like I said, it's getting to be late afternoon, so it's not dark yet, but it is, with the canopy of trees, it is dimmer than usual. So you guys kind of come up, and if you stay on this road, there is a kind of an offshoot path, but if you stay on this road, you'll go right to Willowick. So where do you want to go? Yeah. So as you come into the town, you do see it's more, there might be some areas where it looks like they're doing some farming, but it's more large gardens. But this place looks a little more like...
I'm not hungry anymore then.
Yeah. Yeah, it does look like maybe they have a small lumber mill, or where they cut down trees and
Eat them.
trim them up and
There we go.
get them ready to ship out for lumber, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you do see the big, well, not big, it's not huge, but they do have the water wheel for the sawmill over by that waterfall you saw.
Willowick, any relation to John Wick?
Oh man.
Welcome to the puns that are.
So there are people milling about. There are people
Yes,
wandering
there
around.
are. And then by the lumber mill.
Yeah,
By the
there's some
lumber
over by the lumber mill. You do notice this has more of a small town feel. There's obviously where it looks like there's some sort of inn or saloon or something, or tavern maybe building. There's some other buildings like a general goods store kind of thing. None of them are huge. It's not like a big city like Nexus, but just imagine a small, almost someone's house. That's like the general store and stuff like that. So they do have businesses here, and it looks like this is the more well-traveled path. So maybe they do have more visitors coming through here, as opposed to the path you came in on. You did pass another Y intersection where it looked like a larger path kind of met with the one you're on, and that's what took you to Willowick. So you're kind of coming off of a county highway instead of the expressway. So as you guys
check our rations, I might want to check out the general store.
yeah. So as you're
find a
coming into
restaurant.
town, you do see people with there's somebody walking through one of the towns with a couple horses. One of them has an ox, and it looks like he's taking them up to one of the general stores. The ox has kind of like
Three eyes.
almost like a cart, but it's more like, looks like a very large wheelbarrow that's mounted to the ox. So it's not like, oh, I've got to buy all this stuff. It's like, I'm just going for some fruits and vegetables, and this is all I need.
I'll say to the group, I'll get this something to eat and a place to stay tonight. I get off the wagon and I go over to the place.
And there are hitching posts out in front.
I just left it and drive and just kept
Yeah,
it.
that's right. Put the e-brake on.
Huh?
You just put it up.
So as you roll into town then, most of the people kind of look over and they're like, oh, visitors, but it's not like some of the settlements you've been through where they all stop.
Are they humming?
Nope, none
Oh
of them
my
are humming.
God.
But you do notice they kind of like, a couple of them wave to you.
They're used to travelers here.
Good morrow, that kind of thing. So,
So I'm wondering, are there any lumberjacks? Simon is asking us right there.
oh, are there any lumberjacks?
Yeah, they chop down trees.
Yeah, there is one in high heels. There is one in high heels.
Welcome to town.
Suspendies and a bra.
It sounds like this.
Some daisies.
It's like my
shopping.
mom.
Yeah, that's going on at the tavern. Yeah.
Okay.
So as you ride in, people are kind of greeting you and stuff like that, and like, oh, hello. They just kind of pass, like, oh, they don't know if you're traveling through, but when you kind of head up to the inn or whatever it is, and start to hitch up, there's probably a couple people on the boardwalk there.
Get out of here, you far. I tell you what.
They're like, oh,
Okay then.
I got me the gas.
I'll walk in with you
Uh-huh.
and I say to my direwolf companion, okay, Storm Shadow, just stay out here.
yeah.
Drive the wagon, Storm Shadow.
The people
You
on the
too, bud.
boardwalk kind of like, as you pull up, they're like, oh, and then they notice your dire wolf, like, but you stay out here, and they're like, oh, it's well behaved. They're like, oh my god, you have a dire wolf in
What
it.
kind of relationship does Mutt and Storm Shadow have?
I don't know,
I
how
mean-
intimate do they get?
No, not that kind of relationship. I mean, just.
They're about to have a little bit.
Oh my God! Can you imagine that? Poor Mutt and Storm Shadow. Ugh. Anyway, I walk in and walk up to the bar.
Okay. Couple people on the boardwalk, kind of.
I tip my hat, or well, I
Good evening.
don't have a hat. But
Steal a hat
I
and
steal a hat, then tip it, then put it
One
back.
of them is
Could
kind
be
of
the
like,
kind of.
are you
Yes.
needing food and drink? The best is right in those doors.
Well, yes, we need that, and then I'm looking for some entertainment. I'm an entertainer. Looking for some work as well.
Oh, well, check inside.
Oh, I'm Sakada. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I made a deep bow and
The gentleman says, I am Dwayne, and this is my wife, Kira.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Welcome to Willowick.
It's a very lovely place.
Oh. So you two go into the bar. How about you two? What are you guys doing?
I
was going to the
hitched up my
general
horse.
store.
Okay, that's pretty much next door.
I'll go in with her.
Okay, so you guys go to the general store?
Yes.
All right. We'll
I
go,
need pants.
we'll go with you guys at this establishment. As you walk in, you do notice there is kind of a bar setup. It's definitely not a saloon from the deadlands.
Is there even like a tiny stage or anything in there at all? Like, I'll do a quick look around when I walk in.
You don't see a tiny stage, but there are places where you could easily set up, like in a corner up by the front, maybe on a
closet,
stool or on a table, and perform. Right.
Set up a platform.
They don't have a stage per se. It blew up the last time. Yeah. Oh, you knew that would happen. I knew.
I was dying to push it again.
But there are like 6 or 7 people in here. Some are having drinks, some are having actual small meal. But as you kind of walk in, they just kind of glance over, kind of look at you two as like, oh, they're definitely from out of town. There is a gentleman up behind the bar, kind of wiping down the counter and maybe chatting with a couple, obviously, locals up
I'll
there.
take a seat at the bar.
Okay. And as you walk
wait for
up, are you going to go up to the bar with him, Vallas?
Yes.
Okay. So as you guys go up, he kind of looks over. He's like, "Afternoon, travelers."
Take my money pouch out and set it on the bar. Good afternoon. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well.
My name is Sakada. This is my traveling companion,
Vallas.
Vallas.
Well met.
And I put my heavy hammer axe on the floor next to me.
He's like, "Oh,
We're traveling through, and I'm looking for a place to do some entertaining and possibly have a room for the night and some meals from my traveling companion.
oh, well, of course, yes.
There's a few others of us as well.
Oh, how many?"
2.
Two.
2 and some animals.
Some animals. Oh, well, we do have stables and stuff, such of that nature.
They're more furry than...
How many horses pull that wagon? 1 or 2?
2.
2. I have 2 horses pulling a wagon that need to be taken care of.
Okay.
And 2... How many? Oh, 2 large dogs and a monkey. Pear tree. No.
2 large dogs, a regular size.
2 large dogs and a what?
Regular sized dog,
And a regular sized
Yeah,
dog.
she has a wolf.
Oh, that's right.
So he's like, "Oh, well,
They'll probably stay with us.
all right. Well, that's fine. We do have rooms upstairs available. We do have a small house in the back that you could rent if you'd rather do that, especially
Could
with the
I,
animal companion."
Could I play for my meal and pay? And
Well, that might be a wonderful night tonight. We have guests in town. We always celebrate guests coming into town.
I'm an accomplished bard. I would be happy to entertain your
Oh,
family.
well, we'd love that. We would love that. Yes. Show off your skills.
I will show myself off. Yes.
Yes, all right. Expose yourself. as much as-
Anyway, when time would you like this to start?
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. I'll send for Gardain. He's our community leader.
Okay.
And see when he wants to.
Excellent.
Oh, wait, he'd love to meet you anyway. You're all your companions.
Sure.
So, and he kind of looks over, and there's a young teenage boy, kind of.
That's
over
getting
at the
weird.
end of the bar. And he's like,
You with, mister?
"If I unzip you, will you go get Gardain?"
Anymore. I'm kidding. Sorry.
All of a sudden, boom! And Gardain appears in the smoke. I am also an entertainer. I am a magician. No, he's like, "Go fetch Gardain. He might be at the general store." Kid's like, "Right."
It's all like a dog. Your dog start chasing after, freezing back in his mouth.
That's Jojo, the wolf-faced boy. He does odd jobs and usually urinates on things. I apologize.
He's a bit of a meatus, yes. We now have a cross-platform. It is white flukes.
I'll say, while we're doing that, I'll go ahead and get my companions and I set up in the house.
Sure, absolutely. I will see you to the house personally.
Excellent. So I go out and whistle.
Well, as you are talking, you guys kind of walk into that general store, and it is kind of like somebody's house, but it's got all the kind of necessities you need downstairs. So there's bags of flour and utensils and knives and stuff like that. Anything you would need, like household.
Actually, we probably need supplies. We
You
haven't.
probably do, because
That's
like
what I
I said,
was
you've been
thinking.
eating
Probably
fruits
going
and
through our
berries
rations.
because your rations are probably gone by
We
now.
do have that staff that makes an apple tree, but we'll probably get sick of
Storm
apples.
Shadow and I would have been hunting.
Yeah.
On the way.
Yeah, you would have hunted game as well,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
mostly-
you're a hunter.
I'm looking for I'm a hunter, but I am looking for like
too
jerky and stuff to
turned
feed
down.
to the
Yeah.
snacks for
And
the
they've got
dogs.
stuff like that.
That's-
They've got plenty of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Baking
And
goods and all that.
whatever other
You're very
rations.
well.
And as you walk in, there's a gentleman talking to a lady kind of in one of the aisles, so to speak. They're just having a small conversation, but you notice the gentleman's kind of not heavy set, but he's stout, well fed, and he's wearing some sort of kind of, it's almost like a robe. He's wearing trousers with a shirt with a vest, and then not a bathrobe, but to us it would be similar to a bathrobe, but it's just a silky robe, and it looks like maybe a robe of office. You've seen.
Would I know, knowing my?
Yeah, it's not the realm, but it's almost like they're kind
I
of.
have bureaucracy, 3 dots.
Yeah, it's kind of imitating what larger cities do. Like people in Nexus who are important wear robes of office, so they're easily identifiable.
Toga.
Yeah, this is a much simpler version of that, but it's like, okay, this is probably someone who's in charge of the town. Like this would be like the mayor, and he's got the beard that kind of comes down, but it's his cheeks are shaven, but it's kind of like that old, what we would recognize like the old forefathers beard, where it's just around here, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So, and you notice his face is very round and boyish. So in his younger days, he was probably very cute, and now it's a little more worn, but he's still handsome in a way. And as he kind of looks over, he's like, "Oh, visitors, welcome to Willowick."
Greeting.
And he kind of excuses himself from the lady, and she just kind of nods and goes back to whatever she was doing. He kind of walks over towards you with his hand out. He's like, "I am Gardain. I guess you would say, the leader of this small settlement, Willowick. We wish you happy travels and a good welcome."
Well met. I am Tomo.
"Nice to meet you, Tomo." And you notice he does kind of take note of her
Yeah.
cloak. Didn't say anything, but he does kind of like, Tomo.
Friendly town. I'm Reisha.
Well, we pride ourselves on treating visitors with the utmost respect. We love visitors. In fact,
For supper.
yeah, we love visitors. We love entertaining people and meeting new people, and we're not as cosmopolitan as we'd like to be, but
Well, around here, you're
Not a bunch of assholes.
very well met. Very impressed with your town. So you are basically the leader.
I guess you could say that. The folks have asked me to.
Giving you a robe. I am trying to be Japanese, but I keep going into Russian.
Yeah.
But given your robes, I would guess that you are this.
Yes, robes of office as such. And he kind of smiles, almost apologetically.
I kind of look around, kind of like seeing if anybody's overhearing, like the other lady or something. But I kind of lower my voice and kind of, do you have a moment to speak to something we experienced on the road coming here?
Of course.
I'll let him talk to him while I get the stuff.
Okay, so you're gonna stay in and start gathering all the stuff up.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Only
So-
takes one person to tell.
Yeah.
the guy what happened.
You and Gardain step
So
out.
on the road. Well, I described that village and where it was at, and whether he knows what the wasps are or not, I go into
Once you
detail.
talk about the wasps, it's like, oh dear.
I mentioned the 3 maidens.
Yeah, the 3.
Did anyone survive from that?
There was one family that I point back to Reisha is a skilled healer from her people. She was able to heal them. They were infected, not so much,
Good.
but the family, and I tell them where they're at, the next village over. But I thought I should report it.
Oh, it's not the next village over. It's like 3 days away.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
to them, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
but-
like, those are our neighbors.
yeah,
So yeah, he's like, oh, well, at least you were able to save them.
yes,
Was that infestation completely taken care of? Did you get them all? Do you know?
yes. As
You
far
did.
as we could tell, yes. And we were in the area for some time healing our wounds, and the family that was injured. So
I'm glad you've escaped with your lives. Those are
very lucky.
yes, those are rare. But the deeper east you go, deeper into the woods, they
Yes,
they
the
can be quite
wilds.
common.
Yes, yes. But I thought I might warn you of the
Yes.
infestation, or if anything else.
I may send a couple men out to there to just make sure that everything is taken care of. Not that I doubt your word, but
No,
just
you are a,
to make sure.
you are a proper leader. I know what to do. We did burn the bodies there in the hamlet.
It raised the town completely to the ground.
So
Probably.
it was when it happened. It was a very big.
Bonfire.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I mean, not
And
that.
there was even a huge explosion. There was one, trust me, but I'm sorry. There it is. It takes a while for the echo to come so many days.
Yeah. You find out he was from the Blessed Isle originally.
Oh, okay.
A few years ago, and then shortly before, he knows that the Scarlet Empress has gone missing, and about a year before that, he left to come over here to try his hand at business and see if he could kind of build a business here and connect back with the realm. But once he heard about the sorceress going missing, he had some friends who came over shortly after that and learned about the infighting, and he's like, you know what, I don't really want to be a part of that anymore.
Yeah.
I love the city. I'm a city boy, but this is fine.
Yeah.
And he stayed in Nexus for a while, but the guild was there, and he's like, unless you want to pay all your dues to the guild, you know, I want to make a small business and kind of be comfortable. And I found these people, and they kind of liked how I do things, and I've stayed here, and we've kind of imitated the larger cities as best we can.
Right.
And he points out the buildings, even the buildings look out of place a little bit. They're made in the materials in the East, but it's like, this is something you would expect to see on the Blessed Isle or up by Nexus, where it's like, well, it's like a little bustling town.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's kind of like Bishop Hill here in Illinois,
Right.
where it's like, oh yeah, it's very quaint, but when you go in, it's like, oh, it's all businesses. It's all like buy stuff.
Yeah.
In a way, it's the first tourist trap.
Yeah.
And just then, you hear the door open. Whistle! Hey!
It's not a whistle. Sorry.
Hold on, a church bell. Dong! That's how I summon people. I use a bad signal, but you can't see it.
It's the same time.
I use the solar light. Felt on my hey!
Oh, it's lit.
So you do see Cicada come out of the door next to you, that building next to you, and he's like,
Hey, you guys.
he's like, oh, kind of looks him up and down. Companion of yours, I'm assuming.
I've never seen this person. I stand in front of him. He's probably going to want to entertain you. He's actually quite good. Yes, he is a friend.
Stop being stupid and come get in your stuff.
What? This is the official of the town. I don't know.
And just then, from across the street, you hear a kid running towards you guys. Gardain looks over. It's 14-year-old Metis kid. Master says you come quick.
You, huh? You want some you?
Pocket bar, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me.
This kid comes up and says, Gardain. And he's like, yes. He's like, there's visitors at Sam's place. And he's like, yes, I see him. Oh yeah, and there might be more. And he's kind of like, yes, may I introduce you to Tomo.
Hello,
Travelers.
It's good to meet you.
Oh, okay.
I'll walk over to him.
And he looks at Gardain. You're really good at this. He's like, thank you.
That is why you're your leader.
Yes. And he's like, well, tell Sam I'll be along in a minute. So the kid runs out back past you. And it's like, I told Gardain and runs past you. So anyway, Gardain is like, well, I should go talk to Sam. If you want to stay here with your companion, just meet me over at the inn here.
I'll come out, start carrying the supplies.
Yeah. You got like 3 bags.
I
Don't worry, Tomo, I got it.
I tell Tomo, we've got the house around back we can use.
All right.
Sleeping in.
I got the house. All right. Okay. Sounds good to me. Good job.
It's an Airbnb.
Yeah.
I'll take the.
Gardain's like, oh, the cottage. You're renting the cottage, or you're staying in the cottage. Well, it's a lovely little place.
Yes.
He doesn't go like this. In the cottage.
You guys go to the cottage. I'll take care of the animals.
Yeah. When he goes, we got a house. Oh, you're in the cottage. Really good place.
Good luck.
Damn it. So anyway, I'm going to go back over to Sam's place. You guys got your stuff, so you can follow him over. He's very talkative. He's very personable. And he's kind of like, well, I do hope you'll stay the evening. We
Well, I'm planning on
Staying on the road for quite some time.
honor
Yes.
our visiting guests. That'd be great.
I will stay and perform for you. When do you want me to start?
Oh, well, how about shortly around sunset? We'll gather the town and
What time is it now?
you
Roughly.
got probably about
2 minutes.
you probably got about an hour before sunset.
Okay, yeah. So plenty of time to get everything situated.
So,
I will set an alarm.
I'll spread. It's a cow. We're having a seizure. That's not the snooze button.
Those little animals floating down from the menu, boys.
So yeah, you guys can go back. Gardain introduce you to Sam. Sam's like, I'll take you back out to the cottage and help you get settled in. I'll show you where you can park your wagon out back, and then here in about an hour, we'll have all the townsfolk come in and kind of introduce you as our guests, and you can play and perform for us, and we'll just have a nice little evening, and then you can spend the night, and then if you wish to travel on in the morning, you may, or if you wish to stay as long as you
We
will.
might
as
just
long as
move
you
in here. It's kind of nice.
So you guys can get your stuff in there, settle in. You've got 4 rooms to divvy up amongst yourselves. You got an hour to get ready, and then he's like, "Well, just come on back to the."
I get the horses
Tavern.
and the animals dealt with, and then
And
take
you
a moment and meditate.
You do see a guy going down the streets as you kind of are settling, getting ready to go to the inn. There is a guy with a small torch who's kind of lighting what looks like lampposts. Damn it! Stop it!
Dan,
I will get dressed and go in on my appointed time and sit up in the corner and start playing my flute. Yeah, flute and lute, or flute and a lyre at the same time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
How many hands you got?
all of them. Do I need a performing check?
No, not really. You're not trying to charm all these people.
Yes, I am.
What is your, just out of curiosity, what is your charisma and your performance?
My charisma.
Total dots.
My charisma is 3 dots, and my performance is 4.
Yeah, you play just beautifully for these people. If you were trying to impress, like, Dragon Blooded or other souls, you probably have to make a roll.
Well, hold on a second. I'm going to.
These guys are like, that's great.
They want to like you because you're a visitor.
Yeah. One of us.
Hold on.
I will entertain them with stories.
Okay. And
I have
as you
charisma
come in,
and an appearance. I have 3 dots in all, so
yeah, you're fine. They're just enraptured by whatever you're saying. As you guys come in, the drinks start pouring. They've got food on the table.
Okay,
so
I'm gonna do some stuff here.
okay.
So I want to spend 4. No, I want to spend 3 personal essence, and I want to cast Masterful Performance Exercise.
Okay. The Grand Ole Opry is open tonight.
Yes.
All right, so you play, and I mean, people are like
Tears,
weeping
laughing
and laughing and all that.
at the same
The
time.
drinks are flowing. You guys having drinks? Anybody not having drinks?
You got that
don't
something
think-
or other,
Yeah, I figured you
that
would.
charm or something that drink as much as you want.
Oh yes, I'm doing that too.
what's that?
One of my charms is called the Gemstone of Deep Drink.
Oh yeah, you can drink.
That allows me to drink anything and it tastes like water. Basically,
Okay.
green glass chunk of glass-like stone allows the bearer to drink as much alcohol
Oh yeah,
as
that's
they like.
your Hearthstone that you have.
Yes, it
yes,
will
you
act.
can do that.
It will act in all respects as water to them, apart from the taste, even to the point of satisfying thirst. So
Okay.
I'm ordering like the most tasty thing.
Okay, that's fine.
That's super alcoholic.
One thing I forgot to
Bottom
mention
down,
as you guys were walking back to the cottage and walking back up here, everybody make a perception and awareness roll.
Couldn't have just been easy.
Target number of 7. You need 2 successes.
Perception and awareness, you said?
Yes. You do notice the woods around you. You're kind of on the edge of town, so to speak. So there are a lot of thick woods around. There's the big path that goes through, and there's maybe another path that kind of leaves town the other way. But you do notice there is a small path that goes deeper into the woods toward the back of town. Doesn't look like it's well traveled, but it's obviously a path that has been used,
Okay.
or you could use. But it looks like it kind of goes back and the way the trees are, it looks like maybe it goes up a hill, but that's about all you can notice.
Exploring that later.
So, so yeah, you guys play for a while, you drink for a while, you get plenty of food, really good food too. I mean, they're doing their best, so it's, you know, good game and vegetables from the garden and all that good stuff.
It's
So
just a good night all the way around.
yeah. So after about 2 hours, you guys kind of like, well, let's take a break. You know, everybody's like, oh yeah.
2 hours, I'll probably be done.
So yeah, if you want to finish up in 2 hours, that's fine. So you
Thank
guys
you very much, everybody. Please make sure to give us lots of tips.
Yeah. Don't eat Mexican food by a campfire.
Oh,
So
Bet on the races.
right.
some people go outside. You guys probably could use some night air. So if anybody wants to step outside, it's a beautiful night. You know, you get the sounds of the forest at night and lights to see. Yeah, tree frogs, everything.
Something bad's going to happen.
So as you guys walk out, does everybody leave the inn for a bit? Okay, yeah, step out. People are out there on the boardwalk drinking. Yeah, smoking, and they're like, that was a great show. Loved it.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's getting pretty late. We get up in the morning, so people are going to bed. A lot of people are kind of leaving. There's like a group of 5 men, maybe merchants, maybe farmers, you can't tell, talking at the end of the boardwalk. Just then you
I'll kind of go over towards them. Where's that other odd pathway to?
oh, it's an old pathway. Last I knew, it just goes up to a hill. There's a clearing up there.
Feedback.
Nobody ever goes up there for anything. It's
Put it back down.
dry soil. Nothing can be done with it. Kids go up there once in a while to play. That's about it.
Just went down there. It was fun.
Sometimes, you know, couples will go out there, but not much use for us.
So it's safe for kids to play in and kind of a...
And monsters that come out. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, kids
And
will go up there and play.
kind of a lover's lane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Monster Alley. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, don't use it too much. You're off talking to them, and you 3 are kind of standing, having smokes or whatever you're doing, and you see a couple younger folks, 1 male, 1 female, and they come up and they're like, your show was really good tonight. They seem kind of like, your show was really good tonight. Beautiful music.
I thank you very much.
Yes. You need to go. Don't stay here.
I do like the kind of some strangers, so I'll be getting my things and leaving now. I actually say that, and then we start walking back to the cottage.
It's like, yeah. And you see the 3 guys who are with you kind of look over, and they immediately like, what's going on over there? These 2 that are talking to you, you start to walk off. They kind of look over and they kind of, good night.
No, wait. I was
They
gonna...
start to walk. Okay, what are you going to do?
Well, I have a charisma of 5
Okay.
and whatever else I might need, but I will just kind of... Oh, and act like we were having a funny little chat.
Okay.
So then it kind of... Oh,
Take suspicion off
tell
of
me
him.
more about that. You guys want to come with us to the cottage? We can talk a little bit more.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your charisma.
And charisma and my
And,
diplomat or whatever
Did
else.
I hear
might-
this too or not?
Yeah, you were right there.
Okay. I knew it.
So just my charisma?
I basically-
No, do you have
Where's my...
performance?
I do not have performance.
I
I have
do.
survival.
Socialize work.
Socialize would work.
I don't have socialize. I have it X'd, but I don't have it.
That means that she will never have it.
So roll just your charisma.
Just my charisma. Okay. One, two, three, four. 4.
Okay. You gotta put your arm around both of them or whatever. Oh no, tell us more of that. I want to hear more about that. But can we go back to the cottage? I gotta get some stuff. You tell me on the way. And they're like, they kind of glance over at those people, and they're not very good at like subtlety. So they're like, okay, sure. and you can kind of usher them off toward the cottage. You pretty much headed for the cottage. What do
I'll
you
let
do
them
at
catch
this
up.
I am going to basically interrupt. So, and basically make some sort of scene to basically distract everyone.
point? Okay.
Why did I tell you of the Emperor's seventh order? And basically, kind of
Do
like,
the orate or
because I have social eyes, I have bureaucracy, intellects, presence.
okay.
So
How many dots? If you took your charisma and one of those, how many dots do you have in the best one?
6.
6. It's gonna work.
Yeah.
So in this game, if it's like not a major thing, if
Yeah.
you have more dots than I would make your success, you're gonna accomplish it. And these are just townsfolk, so even the 3 guys are like, "Hey, what are they saying over there? Oh, what?"
And I'll
What?
I'll basically say that I have no interest in cooking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to tell the story, so maybe distract them that
Yeah,
way.
you can do that easily.
Yeah.
So you notice these 3 guys are kind of
Oh,
listening.
make them think that we're talking about a recipe.
Yeah. So
Recipe of death.
So Vallas, what do? You see Cicada's already kind of moved off, and then she's going with the 2 kids. They're like in their 20s, kind of walking back that way, and he starts talking, and everybody who's out is kind of like stopping in their front yard or on the street, just kind of like, "Oh, what's he talking about?" For a moment. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna try to take a read on the group side here, including the guys that I was
Okay.
questioning.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your perception and awareness. Target number of 7, and just tell me how many successes you get. Yeah.
Got 3.
3. Okay. Yeah, you kind of read, and they're all kind of like more listening to him, but the 3 guys that you were talking to who kind of noticed the young couple, they're listening to him and kind of glance over at Reisha, and as they kind of go around the building and just kind of, and go back to listening to him. They were very interested in what they were saying to those guys. Like maybe they heard something, but they're kind of like, yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. They didn't seem to approve of those 2.
We are also taking subscribers on our Twitch channel now. So if you want to help out that way, you can.
Very good. So what do you?
Well, as he winds up, I'll continue to watch the crowd, and as he winds up, then I'll head over towards him and head back to
I have my little friend like act out parts.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody, make a stamina and resistance roll.
Son of a...
Difficulty of 7. Okay. You 2. You got 2 successes. You got 2 successes. As you finish talking, and Val's kind of like, "Well, we should get back to the cottage," and you're like, "Yeah, let's go." People start kind of clapping and thanking you, and as you turn to walk down the road to your cottage, you guys are like, "I'm tired. I'm really sleepy."
Oh,
Yeah, and
That's right. You took a nap.
I even had a nap. This is bullshit.
What about my little fella?
Did you give him anything to drink? Did he drink any alcohol?
I don't know if he would have or not. He probably would have then, yeah.
He
Oh,
probably
you
would
better
have.
be like
He's probably
out of everybody's
he's in the sauce.
Pass out. What is all? You.
He's asleep on your shoulder,
Drooling down.
and you're like, "Oh man, yeah, me too, little buddy. I'm
Yeah,
so
what-
tired."
what was it?
You're
Sheriff Saddle!
he just took a dump.
All right.
Now, let me ask, because I never did
over.
truly understand. Rin is male.
Yes.
Shy is female. Mutt is male.
Male.
How about Storm Shadow?
Male.
Male. Okay. Yeah, they don't have a relationship.
Well, they could, but we don't judge.
Anyway, you call for Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow comes kind of loping down the road, like from around the cottage. Kind of ears perk up, and I'm being called. So it comes running out. Kind of
NPC not great. Just gain another level.
Well, thank you.
awesome.
like
Thank you guys.
Now.
Just
You guys
go
are the
by
best.
and NPC donating a lot. Thank you guys.
You two. you kind of don't feel anything. Yeah, you don't feel anything. You're like, I'm fine. You know, had a little much to drink, but you can hold it. So you're like, I'm good. So you got the two kids. You see Storm Shadow come around. They're like, You're like, it's okay.
Okay, it's okay. He's with us.
You are like, man, I feel fine. But after a few minutes, you're like, what? There's like an aftertaste that you're getting.
Oh, I know that. That's taint.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
It's tainted.
Yeah.
What?
Roll your
Never tainted.
You never tasted a taint? Good thing?
roll your intelligence. Roll your intelligence, and if you have medicine.
I do.
Reisha, you can do the same thing because you don't feel
I
anything.
have a
but
lot of medicine.
You kind of get that aftertaste as well. Okay. You're like, I taste something, but I don't know what it is, but it's like a medicinal taste or something. You've actually tasted this before from all the parties you've been to.
Powder in it.
It's a sleep drop.
Ooh.
And
Oh, that
it's
roofing dust. The sons of
Very
bitches.
potent.
I can't turn around. Are you behind me? You caught up to me with the guy with the,
Yes.
with the kids, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, but you know this is a sleep drought, and it's a pretty potent one too.
Right. Does this mean I'm going to be out soon?
No, because of your charm,
Right.
it's water.
Right.
That had no effect.
I turn around.
And you actually made your stamina, so you're like, you're not feeling it. But these two only got 2 successes, and you had to have 3. So as you turn around, you see them back there like, oh, and he's like, oh, my poor little dude's asleep. And they're yawning, like, slowing down. So just so you know.
Go back and get the others. I'll take these to the cottage.
Oh, follow him. He'll get you there. You can start on that recipe.
I
turn around and see what he's
stone
talking
cold at him. I
about.
say, you move quickly. Yes.
As quick as you want.
Run.
Okay. To the cottage?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, no. To the wagon next to the cottage.
To the wagon.
Get
Got it.
inside the wagon.
Okay.
Shut the
All
door and lock it.
Yeah. Oh, we told you to leave. Sorry. We should have told you sooner.
It's all right. Get
All
in
right,
there.
So they run. You turn around. You see these two like, oh, man. And yeah, you guys are actually like, now you're starting to be like, hard to keep your eyes open.
And I see Storm Shadow coming too.
Storm Shadow is kind of moving past you to get up to Vallas.
All right, I'll make a whistle sound.
My next move.
shy, shy.
Shy.
Around the
My
corner.
next moves will be I'm going to get them in the wagon, grab my bow and arrow, and then head back and get these two.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you get up to these two, and they are really starting to kind of like get groggy. You might be able to use medicine and know that there are some herbs that you could probably mix together to kind of counteract the effects before they totally pass out.
Medicine and intelligence again?
Medicine and intelligence. And
Check me right in the nards.
It could work. 2.
2. There are some herbs you can get to counteract it. You might have some in the cottage with the stuff you just bought. You could probably mix up a drought, but you got to do it quick because probably in the next 15, 20 minutes, these guys are going to be sound asleep.
Yep.
You guys can get these two and kind of get them up there.
Had way too much to drink. Come
Oh, I
on,
was
get
just
back in
started.
bed.
Man, that sounds pretty good.
You guys you got to learn to hold your alcohol.
You know, you can go into the cottage in that kitchen and mix something up real quick that they can drink. So where are you going to put these guys?
Now the second
In the
band.
wagon, so because that's the manse.
Okay.
Growlers. Now the second band is a screamer.
Okay. So you guys get these two in, or you can get these two in the wagon. You can go in and start making up.
And there's
that
2 more
crowd.
people in the wagon too.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be kind of crowded, but you can.
It's okay.
It's comfortable.
I'm gonna lock the door from the outside.
Okay, so you go in and lock the door.
Hey,
Have the
I'm going
hard
to,
to continue,
have
huh?
the wolves stay in guard.
Yeah.
The,
I put my little friend down in his little bed.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Stand guard, or she went in to do something? I don't know if you would have told him.
I'm
what you were
going
doing.
to stand between the wagon and the cottage, but where I can keep an eye on anybody approaching
Okay.
and notch an arrow and wait.
Okay.
But I look kind of hidden though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Roll your perception and awareness.
8.
Okay, good. You are kind of keeping an eye out. You go in and start mixing that drought, so you can mix something up real quick. And as you come out, while she's inside and these guys are all in the wagon, kind of look behind you, and over by that path, you see what looks like somebody walking at night, and there's no lights over there, so it's just kind of a black shape moving. Not real quickly, but kind of a nice walk.
I'm going to attempt to shoot it.
And they don't look like they're sneaking.
That's fine. I'm going to try to maim him.
Okay.
Put an arrow through the knee, basically.
Okay. Hope it's not an innocent kid coming back from Lover's Lane, but go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you what.
No, go ahead.
No,
you're just
hang on. I would have known by the size. Are they adult sized or child sized?
Yeah, but this could be a 20-year-old. It could be a 40-year-old. It's an adult, grown person.
And they're walking through the woods.
No, they're walking along the edge of the woods, kind of coming from where that path is.
Okay.
You don't know if they came from the path, but they're just kind of walking along the edge of the woods.
Will they be passing a tree?
Oh, there's tons of trees.
Like kind of close to them?
Yeah, they're at the edge of this wood.
All right. I'm going to put an arrow in the tree in front of them.
Okay. So you do.
Stop.
Basically, they stop, like, oh,
I'm sorry. I thought you were a deer. I was hungry.
a deer.
Well,
Well, I'm and they basically, I'm not a deer.
well, I'm so sorry. My eyes were bad at night. I apologize.
You recognize the voice. It's Gardain.
Okay.
And he's like, is there a problem?
No, I was hunting game and I just saw movement and shot. I apologize.
Oh,
I would have healed you had I hit you.
I
Should have been wearing your orange jacket.
yeah. I'm sorry. I thought we had fed you enough. There.
Well, we did. This was for the dogs. I was making dog food.
Okay.
Yes.
He kinda pauses
I will
and
roll
he's
persuasion if you need me to. So I'm
No,
lying my
he's
ass
like,
off.
Okay. Well,
I just crap.
sorry to disturb you. I was just out
crap
for,
my robes.
Yeah. He's like,
Where were you going?
just out for my nightly stroll. I usually stroll around the edge of town just to clear my mind and before bed think about what we have to do tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Did you have any drinks this evening?
No, I don't drink.
Oh, very good. That's good.
No.
I'm trying to get to that myself.
Oh. Well, I wish you luck. Yeah.
I walk up and pull my arrow out of the tree in front of him.
Yeah. He's like,
Like,
oh.
oh, I'm glad I didn't hit you. That would have
You
been
notice
good.
when you walk up, he does take a step away from you.
That's
with it.
good.
Oh, okay. Well, you get done with the drought and come back out. You don't see him anywhere, but you do hear voices over by the edge of the woods, which is like 40 feet away. So you can kind of hear their voices over there, but you're like, I kind of see them, not really. But it sounds like
But the wolves aren't
Cicada
doing
talking
anything.
to
Cicada
maybe that Gardain you met. 'Cause you've
I'm
heard-
going to give them their.
Gardenia.
you go in and kind of with the drought.
It's very nice to hear your story.
Drink this.
Oh yeah.
Don't let him drink it all because you have to make more.
What is it?
Oh, that's not the beer.
All right, I go over to Vallas and here, honey, here.
And you notice that Rin is sound asleep. So you can give him a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
Stick it in his bum.
What is this? A little coffee?
It's probably like Tabasco sauce, coffee,
And lime juice.
and lime juice with a little bit of Dayquil.
What is wrong?
Like, Hog thought, and like, this represents complete sobriety.
I don't want.
That's disgusting.
So basically, you
What
guys,
are you doing to me?
You asked what that
this,
is, and I'm like, it's going to counteract the poison you just ingested.
Poison. So, am I awake then?
yeah. As soon as you probably said that about this isn't beer, what is this? And you say the thing about dishonorable things, you guys instantly are like, oh, wow, what? Why was I so tired? You feel fine now.
All right. I go. Who are you two?
Oh, saw their names. What was it?
Or is this? Oh,
This is
what's
Marie.
happening?
This is Marie, and I am.
What's happening?
This is Marie, and I am Galen.
All right. Well, I'm a Galen too.
We tried to warn you earlier, but we weren't sure how to approach you. And then when we saw you out
What?
standing together, we don't agree with what's going on here. We've only been living here for the past couple months. You're visitors, and they treat you wonderfully, but that's because they have plans for you probably tonight.
Okay.
I jump out.
Visitors are often sacrificed to a god that they worship here, and not a good god.
All right. And you are not visitors? You got off?
No, we came to live here with my parents, Galen's parents. He's like, we came here to live with my parents until we can get to Nexus, which is where we hope to end up. But we found out once we moved here, they're under some sort of belief, some spell, and I think it's the old lady. There's an old wise woman who lives around here in the woods, and I think she's got them believing that every visitors who come through who aren't going to be missed or traveling alone, they drug them and they take them to be sacrificed.
To the old lady?
Well, the old lady presides over the sacrifice, and it's up on the hill.
Great.
Okay, as soon as he starts saying about the sacrifice, I want to make sure that I know he's out there talking to somebody.
Okay.
So I'm going to jump out. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. So have you seen this happen?
Once. And
At this point, I
we've
probably
learned that it's
retrieved my arrow
happened
and
several
coming back
times.
to the wagon.
Okay.
Huh?
I'm just gonna make sure.
Once, but we've learned that it's happened several times over the
Well,
past several
what
months.
happened? Tell me what happened.
Where is the sacrifice done?
There's a path in the tree line that takes you up to a clearing. There's a stone altar up there. It's like a 6-foot column of stone. That's where they have the sacrifices. And they say if they
We
don't
just don't go
sacrifice,
there.
bad things happen.
So
And in the month we've been here, there was a stretch of about 3 weeks that nobody came through, so we didn't have a sacrifice, and some of the pets and some of the horses had gone missing and were found later partially eaten.
oh, I see. So something is being fed.
I guess so. They've made a pact with something, but from what I understand, several people have lost their lives. The one we saw was 2 hunters had come through. They were just traveling, and they gave him a party, bought him drinks, welcomed him into town. We thought it was fine, and then later that night, we were woken by my father to follow up for the sacrifice. We all need to be there. We're like, what? What are you talking about? We found out that's when he told us they drug visitors. When they are asleep, they come and get them and take them up to sacrifice because they don't have to be, they don't put up a fight if they're drugged. And we saw you drinking, but then we didn't. Everybody knows. I think they're beginning to suspect that we don't hold with this, and I think our lives might be in danger. We're thinking
You'll
about
be
leaving.
next.
If they can't get a sacrifice, we would be the ones.
Right.
And I don't think my father would stop it. He so believes in this. And when we saw you having the drinks, we knew we had to warn you, but you had already been having the drinks before we got a chance to talk to you privately.
Okay, I had jumped out to go check on him, so.
And I retrieved my arrow and was going back to the wagon.
Okay, so as you get out to go look for him, Cicada's coming back with his arrow, kind of putting it back in the quiver.
There's some fucking stuff, weird things going on around here. I'm going to get the horses. So I leave to go get the horses.
Okay. Go ahead. You two roll perception and awareness.
Why is it we can never go to town and have a good time?
Okay. You don't seem to notice anything. You go back.
You want to help me? You want to help me get the horses? You better.
Yes. Because we left the wolves
Yeah, we're
with
inside.
them, and
Yeah.
they're waiting.
You locked the door, yes? You locked the door?
To the wagon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. Let's hurry.
Will
And I start to
you have
explain
anything
sacrifices.
important?
I figured something was wrong.
What do you mean?
What do you need?
Just regular things at home.
So do you think these people are under a spell?
I agree, especially because of
Something.
chickening.
They've been told to believe something, and they utterly believe it. I don't know if it's a spell or just.
So who is this old woman?
She's just an old wise woman that lives out in the woods somewhere, but she comes to town once in a while. I've seen her talk to various people. We always thought she was just some vagrant hermit woman who would just come in and maybe they gave her food, just to help her out. But the more we see it, the more we've noticed that she talks to people and kind of conspiratorially. The last time we went to the general store, she was in there and she was talking to Margaret, the lady who runs the store, and they both saw us and got very quiet. And Margaret kind of left the area, and she kind of gave us the evil eye for a moment and then quickly left the building. I think they're plotting to sacrifice us if
Right.
if this doesn't work. If they don't sacrifice you, we're next.
Now who's
On our watch.
now who's talking? The husband or the?
Stands up in
man,
her full
Gabe.
glory.
Now
Knock me out.
his it's his father.
His father is the one who's in the community, and they've all been kind of brainwashed.
Now, how is she reacting? The wife?
She's very frightened. She's kind of like, and like, yes.
All right. Well, I am a sorcerer from the Isle, so you are not under normal travelers this night.
I noticed.
Yes.
We noticed that right off the bat. But we saw you drinking, and I
Well,
don't know if you knew about that.
I drink a lot anyway. But regardless, perhaps we will have to take care of this situation for the whole village.
Indeed.
Well,
Have you seen this thing that has killed the people?
no.
Once again, here we go.
You were up at
Taking
you were
care of
up
the
at
village.
hilltop when they
Oh, yeah.
sacrificed the 2 hunters.
Yes.
So
We
what
had
do
to
you
do.
mean? They kill them?
She slit their throats and said some words, and
This is all fictional, by the way. We're just saying.
yes, this is made up stuff.
Yep.
Necktie.
This is
Nico.
dramatization of danger.
Okay.
Around a necktie.
Yeah, and they basically did that, and everything seemed to
Entertainment purposes only.
everything seemed to be all right. So everyone returned solemnly to their homes, and then we waited for the next visitors.
What about the mayor? Your leader.
Oh yes, he talks to the wise woman often. I think he's the one who kind of agreed to it first.
I see. All right.
So you're going to get
Probably
the
why he
horses.
doesn't drink. He knows that they're going to try to
Get
take
the
over
no
his house.
horse.
Now, did you leave them tied up to the wagon, or did you unhitch them to?
I think we put him in the stable.
Oh, we put him in the stable, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're gonna go get the horses and start hitching up the wagon.
Mhm.
What are you gonna do?
I was with him.
She's going with
Okay,
me to
so
help me
you and I
hurry.
will-
Well, I tell them, stay in here, lock the door behind us, and then you're going to be safe. Okay?
All right.
Right. And then I grab, what's his name on here? And I'm like,
He's probably
well,
shaking.
Yes.
Like he just drank 15.
I
Red
gotta
Bulls.
get out. We're going to hear a lot of noises.
We'll stay in here until you come and get us,
And if
or until daylight, whichever comes first. I suppose.
and if we don't come and get you, I would run as fast as you can. The rains will be. Yes.
Should we drive the wagon up to the top of the hill?
I'm not there.
No,
Oh,
we're
you're
not
not
there.
there yet.
No, they're off. They're gone. When we get out,
We're
they're gone.
coming with the horses.
So when you guys get out of the wagon and lock it behind you,
Yeah.
Do I need to roll perception and awareness now?
well, in a second, Shy and Mutt, is Mutt in the wagon, or is he?
Mutt would be where he's usually at, on the front of the wagon.
Okay, so Mutt's up in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
But Shy and Storm Shadow are basically sitting at the corners, opposing corners of the wagon, guarding it. So when you guys get out, you kind of like, okay, well, these two aren't anywhere to be seen, so you kind of pause and look. Roll your perception and awareness. And it's awfully quiet in town. Like really quiet in town. You notice that.
Too quiet.
We should probably be sneaking to go get the horses.
Why?
Yeah. Well, I go up to Mutt and I'm like, "Where's your master?" Hey,
No, he's not that.
I talk to my, I says, talk to him.
Okay.
Oh, actually, yours is there, right?
Right, they're
Because yours is a familiar too. All he is a very smart dog.
Right.
These guys are familiars of three, so they can almost communicate. So
Right.
Mutt he's not dumb, but,
But he's not on their level.
Their
of
level.
communication.
right. So when he's like, "Where are they?" He's like, "I don't know. I'm happy to see you though. I don't know where." Yeah.
You guys get something to
shadow battle stance.
Does the
Well, ask Tomo Shadow if where are they at? Where are they at? Where did they go?
Do you know where the other two are?
Ape, Storm Shadow pretty much points his muzzle over toward the stables.
All right.
Does the
Sick 'em, boy.
Here, you protect them. I will go make sure they're all right.
just as you guys are getting ready, these guys come out of the stable with the 2 horses.
Okay, they're all
By
right.
the time you had your conversation,
Yeah.
they were like,
how long it took
let's
me
go
to-
get the horses. So they start coming around the stable with the horses.
Okay.
What's the name of the horses, by the way? Did we name them?
He had one of them is his, and one of them
Is
came
mine.
with the wagon.
Yes.
Well, I had a horse too.
Yes, there's
Yeah.
3 horses.
Oh.
Usually you're riding your horse.
Yes, I'm always on my.
Oh, so I got 3 horses then. Okay. So I'm bringing 3 horses out.
No, they're, well, yeah, his horse and then the 2 for the wagon, one of which is yours. So you guys are all kind of gathered near the wagon with the 3 horses and all that stuff. The 2
Hitching it
kids
up.
are locked safely in the wagon. Storm Shadow and Shy are guarding the wagon, and Mutt's up top kind of guarding it.
And knock
as
on the
well.
wagon. It's just us. We're getting the wagon.
Well, before you get over to the wagon,
Yeah.
go ahead and make a perception and awareness roll and tell me how many successes you get.
Shoot balls.
You guys are kind of standing by the wagon, getting ready to walk over to the wagon, and you guys, in the dark, over that way where the hilltop is, you suddenly see what looks like, you suddenly see what looks like a small glow coming from the hilltop, like fire.
Me too.
You see that.
Okay.
Now, so you see that catches your attention. For those of you who made 4 or less, you do hear some sort of chanting.
Yay!
And you can hear it's a woman's voice maybe, and then other voices kind of, but it's
It's
kind
like
of
a
like
call and repeat type thing, like blah blah blah, blah blah blah. blah.
no, it's more like they kind of all fall in. You've got that. Yeah. Row, 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 row your boat. They're all staying together. Yeah.
Well,
5 successes. 5 successes was you, right?
5.
5. So basically, you can see that, you can hear that, and you notice above the tree line, there's like the hill, and then it goes to another larger hill. You think you see something up on that other hill, like looking down on this hill. You don't know if it's like an antelope. It's something with horns or antlers or something.
Bigger than normal though, right?
Not huge. I mean, it's
Moose size.
yeah,
moose and squirrel.
but you see it for an instant, and then you're like, oh, God, where'd it go? Okay.
I move quicker. We've got to get out of here now. Or we got to get these people to safety anyway.
Well,
They should be safe enough inside the manse.
Maybe. I'd rather move the manse outside of town.
I don't think you have time for that.
Towards the danger?
No, the other way.
We need to take care of
We
this
need to
thing.
take care of danger.
The other,
Vallas
Well,
is
you
like
were getting the
chewing
horses.
on her axe handle, like, come on.
while you were getting this ass, apparently they've sacrificed many people to this thing all the time.
Anyways, let's
And
get-
whenever they don't, it starts eating other things.
Let's
So,
get the horses hooked up and then go take care of the problem, okay?
all right.
So if they have to leave, they've got the way to get out.
So while you guys are discussing that, I have hooked up the horses. We'll have to unlock them now.
Like
if
so
we
they
want
can
them to
get
be
out.
able to get away.
Okay.
Keep an eye out.
So you can basically open the door and say, by the way, don't leave. Don't go far. The horses are hitched up. Don't forget the dogs.
I
And
love you.
water the plants. Okay, thank you. All right. So what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I would have built a house because I just pooped a brick if you would have done that. So,
Yeah.
well, I'll start moving up that way and trying to see what's going on. And do I see the townsfolk? You
Well,
know?
do you use the path, or are you just going to try and make through the trees? Because making it through the trees is going to be loud and tough. Or you can take that
We
path.
should
that
do
you
this
found.
quietly. They don't expect us to be coming.
Quietly would be good.
Yes.
And take the path.
Okay.
And try to stealth.
As you get up close to the
I'm
path,
getting an arrow ready.
everybody make a perception and awareness roll.
Why do you keep making me do that? Apparently, I don't have a
Target
very
number
good
of
roll.
7. Tell me how many successes you get.
2.
2.
Two.
2.
1,
Three.
2, 3.
3 and 3. Okay. As you say, well, they wouldn't be expecting us. Let's take the path. And as you guys move toward that path, you guys all hear some rustling from near the edge of the path, like in the trees. As soon as you turn, rustling, moving away. You two with 3s, you see the trees, like the limbs moving, and you think it's like 2 people.
Can I fire?
You can try.
I will try.
So when you're like, I don't think they'll be expecting us to come. Well, there were 2 people in, like, off the beaten path, like hiding, like, oh, they're coming. So they're probably going to tell them that you're coming back up. You're coming to the clearing.
Okay.
There are 2.
I have a thing called Wise Arrow.
Yep.
That's what I was getting ready to use. It cannot be more than archery and what combined? Dexterity?
Yeah. So what's your dex
So-
in archery?
I can't spend any more than
6.
5.
My dex
Oh, your
is
dex is 2, yeah,
3,
5.
and my archery is 4.
Oh.
And I just
So
added
how many-
6 more, right?
Go ahead and use 5.
5 personal lessons?
5 personal.
Okay. So that's every mote you spent is a success, correct?
Yes. Plus whatever we roll.
Yeah. Go ahead.
6 successes.
There's 5 down.
Yeah.
What's the difficulty?
7.
7, like everything?
Yep.
So, and then it's my dex and archery.
11 for me.
That's with the 6.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so that makes mine.
Excuse me, 12.
8
I didn't
total.
count 1.
8 and 12.
Yes.
You hear rustling. You both. And you hear 2 thuds in the leaves. Yeah. Basically, your arrows find their marks quite easily. And even you, with 2 successes, he's like, oh, I see one. Thunk. You're like, I hear him. Thunk. And you both hit.
Yeah!
Yeah, with that many successes, they have
I
no
was getting ready to
hope
do
of
that.
even dodging that. They're just regular dudes. So you basically loose your arrows, and 2 bodies fall in the woods.
I rush over to them.
Okay.
Are they dead?
Well, I try and go stealthily, but
Yeah. So you're gonna try and move stealthily over there.
well, if they're running, then it won't matter. But
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to run loudly. I'm going to move over to our kills because I want to see
Yeah. So
who it is. And if I
well,
can
there is a difference if you're moving stealthily or if you're just moving quickly or if you're running all out. Keep that in mind.
stealthily then.
Okay. So
Stealthily.
gotta clarify that stuff.
Sorry. I move over to my kills. Stealth.
Okay. So if you're trying to be stealthy, that's fine. Just make a dex roll. Just your dex, just don't go bust. Or don't
7?
botch.
Just dex. Do we get to add stealth as well?
If you have stealth, go ahead and add it. Yeah, I guess go ahead and add stealth if you have it.
Yeah.
As long as you get 1 success on this roll,
Yeah, I
you're
did.
fine.
roll your dex. You 2, if you're moving over there.
Good.
No, I got more than 1.
Okay. If you're closer to the clearing and do this stuff,
Yep.
the number of successes will obviously go up because it'll be easier
Well, I
to
had-
hear you.
5 successes.
So you guys move over there. You get to the not far from the entrance to this path, and you do see 2 bodies laying in the ground.
Search them.
Okay.
That was Dex plus skill.
Yes.
So I got 4.
Okay. So as you guys get over there, it's 2 of the guys that you were talking to that were giving the stink eye to the 2 kids. And so they're laying there. Yeah, basically one of them has an arrow through his throat, and the other one has an arrow right in the back of his head.
I take my arrow back because no.
No, wait. Whose was which? I want to know this.
Yours is in the back of the head because you have way more successes.
Yes.
Yours
was in the throat.
I take the arrow. I go, ha ha ha. I did a good job, see?
Yes, they are.
We should
Well, while they're doing that, I'm in a path listening and watching.
Okay. You moving up the path a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should all move, yes?
Yeah.
Well, while they're doing that, I get up there listening and then
Okay.
Yeah. So where is the group of people that we heard chanting?
Up on the hilltop.
right.
Oh,
you guys,
yeah.
you guys were looking at the bodies. I stay in the path listening up there,
Alrighty.
and then
You can hear the chanting a little bit more.
can I
a
make
little
it out
clearer now?
since I've lowered
No, it doesn't sound.
a cult.
You have a cult?
Yes, I do.
I will let
3
you roll intelligence and occult.
They have that Bard app. Pocket Bard.
They're all up there with their iPhones. This is really gonna freak them out, guys.
Now, ones don't cancel, right?
Right.
So I got 4 successes.
4 successes. This is some sort of dark thaumaturgy,
Okay.
which is kind of a. It's not necromancy,
It's
but
not.
it's kind of close. It's like, I guess, black magic,
Okay.
and it's a chant that is basically. The best you can guess is it's a chant for the expected appeasement of a sacrifice. Basically, they're chanting to whatever it is they're making the sacrifice to, and it's basically, please hold, we're very busy, we'll be with your order in just a moment.
Right.
Could you pull forward to the third window? That kind of thing, because it's like, basically,
That is the best explanation I've ever heard. That was awesome.
basically to appease the god, like, look, we're starting it, they're coming.
Yeah.
Guess about
You wanted extra pickles.
yeah,
You don't have that on stock.
yeah. So basically,
now
that's what they're doing.
Ren can
What
see
language
through
was that
me.
in?
It's kind of a
Dark thermatology.
dark thaumaturgy. They're speaking in an ancient black magic.
I can't hear it anyway yet, so
So anyway.
I was just wondering.
So Ren, I can see through his eyes, right?
If you send him up there, you can see through
So
his
he can
eyes.
get through the trees and
Yeah,
be
he
fine.
could.
So I tell him to go up, and
Okay.
kind of while I'm trying to focus on it, I
Yeah,
go on up.
yep. He jumps off your shoulder right into a tree, scurries up.
Yeah.
You can't even hear him move because
Right.
he's so small. Jumping nimbly bimbly from tree to tree. As you guys start moving up, you do kind of get glimpses of Rin through the trees, and then you get to a point where it's a very good vantage point. He's up in a tree, like 2 trees away from the clearing, looking down.
Okay.
You see pretty much everybody in town, which is about 25 people,
Okay.
kind of in a semicircle.
Okay.
The clearing is dirt. There's some markings around made in the dirt, look like runes that have been just scratched in with a stick.
Now he's the one seeing this. We're
Yeah.
not.
There's a large pillar of stone, and it looks like it's maybe granite or something, but it's very old looking, and it's kind of almost looks like it may have been natural at one point. So it's kind of like just this
It's
stone
not first aid.
obelisk. It doesn't look first age. Well, it might be that old, but it's not a first age artifact.
what I mean.
or anything. So yeah, in front of this monolith, this altar, and this piece of rock is about 6.5, 7 feet tall. So from down on the ground, you wouldn't be able to see it over the treetops, but in the clearing, it's close to the treetops. So it's a pretty tall piece of rock. You see an old woman
In
Okay.
a
in
shoe.
robes, like black tattered robes, almost like the old Wicked Witch kind of stuff. She's got long silver hair that's kind of scraggly and down over her face, long claw-like fingernails, and she's chanting, and everybody's chanting around her. And as she chants, you notice as you're looking through Rin's eyes, she kind of is still chanting. She opens her eyes and looks right up at Rin.
Okay.
And she immediately, and everybody stops chanting. And then she holds up her hand. He starts saying something else in that same language, but they don't repeat it.
Okay. Well,
So what do?
I'm going to charge.
And Rin immediately like hides behind a branch.
All right. Well, I'm going to charge up the hill then.
Charge up the hill.
I was explaining what I'm seeing. She sees us. She's casting a spell, and I bolt up the hill.
I guess I'm bolting with him.
Okay.
Yep.
Not
You
too
guys all
arrows I run.
bolt up the hill, and as you get up the hill, you see.
And I'm basically going to step off. As I'm running up, I'm going to bump up a tree and hop up, tree after tree, so Ren can jump down on my shoulder.
He's gonna do the.
And I'm going to flip up into the thing and basically land. And if she's about to cast a spell, I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay, well, by the time you get up there, the spell is already being cast. So this might work, it might not.
Okay.
So let's go into rounds.
All right.
Now, had you been able to describe
Yes, I described everything.
the markings on the ground?
Did I
You
see
just
those?
said runes.
You can see
Okay,
them,
runes,
just
but I can-
runes, but you can't really describe them quickly.
I mean, are they scratched in the dirt?
Yes, it looks like somebody took a stick and scratched them in the dirt. He did say that.
Eat a bug.
Shadow,
Wrong universe.
shadow facts. Gandalf, like, now wait a minute.
Storm Shadow.
Okay, so
Go scuff up those markings and dead cards.
Emerald counter magic
And be quick about it.
Mutt, go with him.
blocks all magic, cancels spells and effect, charms, area up to 50 feet. I spend 20 motes.
Okay.
So you know.
Whoa.
Yep. Just
What everybody get on your niche?
13.
13,
8.
8,
16.
16.
Rob is 16.
16.
Okay.
So will Storm Shadow go on my initiative?
Yes, your familiar will act with you. Okay. She got an 18.
Ooh.
So basically, she's doing this spell, and you notice it's happening as you get to the clearing. This is what you see. You jump down, Rin lands on your shoulder. You're like, yeah. You guys kind of run in behind. Yeah. You take the Avengers pose.
Yeah.
And before you see the townsfolk kind of, they're not blocking that pathway, but they're kind of in a semicircle out around it. You see her over by the monolith, and as she does it, you see two pits are open in front of her, and it looks like they're fire pits. And as you get up there, you see crawling out of it. How would I describe it? Well, there's a picture of it here. Let me find it. It's for anybody with the occult,
Yeah.
you can make a roll.
Occult and
Intelligence. Find it.
Difficulty 7.
Yes. You don't have
Two.
occult.
I
Nothing.
don't have a call.
You can make an intelligence roll if you wish.
3.
3.
Nothing.
Done. 2. Well, this is what you see coming
got
up
one.
out of those two pits. There's two of them. Can you see it?
Boy.
Big gorilla things. Spiky gorillas.
Yep.
gorilla, kind of a ogre monkey.
Yep. Let's see. Does that... Gnarled apes with long black claws. Their eyes glow yellow like balefire. Their teeth are crooked yellow fangs. Their fur is matted, and they move with an awkward gait that belies their incredible speed and strength. They're like rust red color. You got a 2 and you got a 3.
Yes.
You know these things are nicknamed blood apes. The true name is Erymanthus, or Erymanthoi,
Okay.
and they are known as blood apes. What they are is they are demons from the underworld. They're not overly powerful, but they're dangerous, and they feed on blood. So these things are coming up out of the ground, and as you get ready to do your dispel magic, they're already coming out of the ground, so you're like,
It wouldn't work.
you're too late.
Too late. Okay.
So, these things are kind of in the middle, and you have an open pathway to them. The two things have just gotten up out of the ground and basically pound their chests and do that. And as they do, you see her point at your group, and they both just swivel their heads, and it's just those big gorillas looking right at you
right.
for.
Okay.
So that's 18. So I'm going to give that to you. That's what they're doing, but they have an 18 initiative, but that's going to be their initiative. So we will go lowest. So what are you going to do?
I'll be standing next to you, and I know you have a call, or have at least knowledge of that kind of stuff. I'm going to be preparing to fire an arrow, but then whisper over to you. If we shoot her, if we kill her, will this stop?
Maybe, not necessarily.
I can't answer, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but that's what you know. Okay. So you do that, knock an arrow, and just kind of ask a question and wait. Okay. Dennis, I think you were next.
Yeah.
You-
I'm gonna
Roll your
send off
perception and
Death of obsidian butterflies in the witch.
All right.
All right.
That'll do that.
4 that time.
Well,
You
you probably
two
see
are
me
tied,
like I was
right?
concentrating on something.
16
but then-
16.
Yeah, I had 16. But probably you see me like, oh, like something didn't happen. I can't do something, so I'm switching gears. So you know, I was going to do something, but I can't now. If that gives you any implication. And what were they called again? I'm sorry.
Blood
Blood
ape.
ape.
Blood apes.
Blade apes. Blade apes, back to your own dimension by the power of the Titan, be gone! And I'm going to do the Ice Titan on them,
Okay.
the group.
And you? 'Cause these
Basically
will- these
slam
will happen
down
about
and
the
like,
same time.
and they go, no, it's too late for that. But yeah, shoot though, it's fine. I'm sorry, you asked if we shoot her like that.
If we kill her, will this be done?
Yeah, I will nod. I'll just nod to you because I don't know, but I'll just nod. I'll just nod.
He nods more like,
Maybe.
I'm blowing wise arrow again. I spent 6 essence, so that's 6 positive. I'm going to try to shoot one of the blood apes to death.
okay.
Woman, you mess with the solars, you get the handle.
You shout that?
Yes. And I shoot I do my best to put an arrow through one of her blood apes' heads.
Okay.
So I will do a cold shot if I need to.
There is no really called shot, so just shoot.
And using the wise arrow.
Using wise arrow is kind of that.
So there's
Yeah.
6 already. And then 7 for the. Oh my goodness. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Through his eyeball.
Okay.
Plus 6.
14. So
And that's your arrow damage?
That's just from shooting the arrow.
yeah.
From
And then
shooting
the
the arrow.
blood, and then the wise arrow adds plus 6 because I blew
Okay.
6 essence into it. So it's a glowing arrow.
Okay. And that's 8 altogether?
No,
It was 14 altogether.
14
altogether. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Geez, you roll a lot of 7s.
I rolled a whole crap load of zeros.
Zeros. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So your damage is basically what is the damage of your
Ah, where'd they go?
arrow?
Yeah, that's another reason you could find mine.
Damage
Oh, they're there.
is plus 3.
Okay, so there's 3 successes for damage. Plus, how many successes did you get on your attack roll? 14?
14.
Okay. So take away 7 for his dex and dodge. So it's 7. So you have 3 successes, and then you roll 7 dice. And how many successes you get on that add to your damage. See how that works?
Yes. Working on it. 7 is a number to beat.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 and 3
Oh,
is
just 5. Excuse me.
5 and 3 is 8. So okay. So you hit it right in the eye, probably, and it goes in and stops, and it basically shakes its head, staggers back, looks up with the one eye, and just kind of growls and
I
hunkers
smile.
down. Yeah.
This is going to be a good time.
All right, me.
Yes.
So Titan, I basically roll my wits and occult, and I automatically gets 3 lethal hits.
Okay.
Start. All right. Ooh, the 2 10s. So there's 4, 5. I got 5 plus a 3, so 8 altogether
To hit.
hit, and it's a air cone effect.
Okay.
And basically, this giant Titan rips from the earth in an ice thing and basically blows this cold air all over them, basically shattering, freezing them in place almost.
Is there a resistance to that they need to roll, or?
Ice Wind, roll wits and occult for lethal damage, occult level, automatic successes. It is 60 yards long, 40 yards wide. Any success hit at all moves. They move at half speed.
Okay. So 3 successes,
No, I got 8.
8 total.
Yeah, I got 5 plus 3 automatics, so it's 8.
They actually, you see them freeze, and then as the frost goes by, they.
But the old lady's in there too.
Right, the old lady will take damage, but it
Doesn't affect that.
they soaked it.
Okay.
So let's see, the old lady. Oh, that poor lady.
But any success hit, they all move at half speed.
Okay. Well, they soaked those, so they didn't
Okay.
hit. But with her, okay, there we go. So she is frozen in place. Yeah. So
Right.
go ahead and cast your
Alrighty.
obsidian butterflies. If he doesn't finish her off, you sure as hell will.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure of that.
It's each damage is 8 lethal, and I get 3 auto on top of this. 2, 3, 4. So that's 5. So 8
Okay. Now,
times 8 lethals.
how many essence does it cost to use that?
That's 15, and I'm taking that out of my peripheral. I'm glowing, baby.
Okay.
I want these shenanigans to know they
Okay.
met their match.
Okay. So you're gonna do that.
That's part of my virtue flaw, foolhardy contempt.
Yeah. If you were actually gonna shoot,
I was intending to shoot the witch.
so you'll shoot the witch,
Yeah.
whatever's left of her.
And I was going to use Wise Arrow.
Okay. Yeah, doing the
So
altar.
your Titan's breath looks like what? Or your Titan, it looks like what? It looks like
The soldier calls the head and shoulders of an icy giant, which rises from the ground before her, exhales a stream of freezing air, which solidifies into an icy shell around anyone within the 60 by 40 foot range. So,
so
basically,
this ice Titan monster comes up and blows this
and then
freezing.
blowing
and then-
the ice away is this mound of icy glass butterflies.
Yep, the glass
And the-
butterflies
yes,
erupt
what are
from
they-
Vallas's hands. They basically shoot out in like a cone, and it just kind of
Blowing all the cold and stuff away.
Yep, they just kind of basically go right through the frost
Black
and start.
glass.
Yeah, and start carving, and the glass slowly turns crimson, and it's kind of like ooh. And this time, she's kind of cold. So you know when you do shaved ice,
Yeah, it's like
you know when you shave ice really quick. Just imagine it's shaved ice, and then it's raspberry shaved ice. So there's
Yeah.
bloody frost everywhere, and by the time that's done, your arrow shoots through it, and essentially what you see is, if you were looking at it from here's the monolith, here she is, here's you guys. So if you're looking from the side, ice, butterflies surrounding. An arrow comes through and takes part of her sternum and rib cage through all that and pins it to the altar as the rest of it just collapses. You are glowing.
Oh, yeah.
You've got the aura, the whole thing going on.
Golden violet aura.
Yeah. Let's see. So,
No. Golden shower, no.
okay. Next round. All right. So, Reisha, what are you going to do?
yeah, these are demons. I was also going to use peripheral essence to start glowing, because if they recognize that we are solars, it might scare the pants off of them.
Okay. How many
And
points
she's
you want
already
to
glowing,
spend?
so
If you spend like 4 to 7, your cast mark will glow.
Yeah. If you want, just do something and use your peripheral, and it'll do the same
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
He went all out, and he's glowing. You can just make your cast mark glow, and they're gonna be like, "That's a solar."
Yeah. Okay. Just do something.
Yeah, when your powers.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and knock another arrow,
Use
get it
what?
ready for Wise
Arrow.
Arrow, and I will.
So you can fire it this round.
Okay. And using peripheral of. I want to glow. I want to fully glow. And I have to use at least 15 for that.
Yeah. But if you
You can add dice to your roll.
10, the character is. Oh, your aura will glow strong enough to read by, and the cast mark is a burning golden.
I want the anima and everything, and that's going to be at least 15.
Yeah. Well, then you don't have to do anything. You just spend the
But
most
she
and
could
do it.
She could add those to her roll.
Yeah, I could add that to my roll that I make to
Yeah.
hit them.
So if you want to spend like five motes again on your wise arrow, and then an extra 10 motes to make you glow, was 6. And who was next? Was it Dennis again?
Yeah, I was down at
11 or 12?
11.
Okay. So what do you plan on doing?
How close am I to the critters?
You could run up there and punch one.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
That.
Okay. So you're
Well,
gonna.
I'm gonna run up there with an excellent strike with my hammer.
Okay. There's one with an arrow in its eye, and you notice that it's actually before she got blasted. She said something, and it's healed a little bit, but the arrow's still in his eye. The other one has not really been hurt at all.
I'm going after the unhurt one.
The unhurt one. Okay. You had
18.
18,
16.
16. Okay, 12. All the townsfolk scream, Anathema!
Oh boy.
Demons! And they start grabbing torches, pitchforks, anything at hand, and they look like they're going to charge you.
Okay.
So, and probably try and do something. Okay, the blood apes.
There are demons.
That are demons.
Yeah. They are going to run up and attack. The one that's undamaged is going to swing at you, and the one that is damaged is going to
Get hit by an arrow. Sorry.
the one with the arrow in his eye is going to swing at you, Rob. Okay, and then 16. That's Tomo.
Yes. Oh, you're waiting on me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were looking at something. You were looking
Yeah,
at.
no, I was like,
Yeah, you were
Tomo,
looking at what to do.
you're next. And
Oh,
I was like,
looked down and you were looking at something. I thought you
no,
were. I'm
I was
sorry.
waiting for you to read your charms.
So on my staff, I know we had 2 motes that for all day to activate it. Now, but did we ever say that to do the defense is an actual additional or not?
No, yeah, because the last game we played, you have the 2 modes. All you have to do is call on it.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
all right.
it's already committed.
All right.
So it's like basically it's waiting for you to use it.
So can I activate that? Is that going to be some sort of
That would
An
be,
action?
Yeah, that would be your action.
that would be my action? I couldn't do anything else.
Depending, you could say a couple words. You can move, not attack, with anything else.
Well, I was more going to try and use my presence and stuff to make them disperse if possible.
The crowd.
Yes.
I would allow that.
Okay.
Because that's basically
I'll basically jump up in the air, and then by the power of the dragon Isle, and the solars beyond, I command you be gone or be incinerated. And I'll have the creature like rise in a wall of fire because he's
Yeah.
a melee defense.
Yeah.
And I'll use my manipulation and presence
okay.
to maybe. Whoa! I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to mess with this after everything
Okay.
just happened.
All right.
Now, am I supposed to describe everything that I intend?
Well, if I do that, I get a bonus.
Not necessarily, because all you're doing is jumping up.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm snapping the snap down, and the flames shoot up in a wall, so it's like this pronounced. Hurrah!
I'll give you an extra die for it.
I'll take it.
Is that
I'm begging.
so? Am I supposed? If I
Yeah, if
am
you
I supposed to describe
activate your
exactly
banner,
what?
yes.
Okay. I
So-
thought I could do that at the end.
Well, when you do it, when it's time for your action, then you would describe it.
then I would describe
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Unless you're going to do something amazing, like I'm going to jump up in the air, do 3 somersaults, and land on the blood ape's head when I do this. That's
Not
a s-
amazing, but I hope it
That's
be
a stunt.
intimidating.
Yeah. So, Cicada, what are you planning on doing?
All right. So this blood ape is gonna attack me, right? Physically.
Yeah, he's going to come up and try and hit you.
Okay. So the move that I want to make is when he swings at me, I want to dodge it in the process of dodging it, I want to like do a move to where the bow gets slung around me again in like one
Okay.
move.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna bust Fists of Iron technique. I'm
Oh,
hand
okay.
in hand with the fucking demon.
Okay. Got it. All right. Okay.
So I'm gonna do.
And I had one more thing or two. I mean,
Yeah.
So Fist of Iron is 1 essence, and I'm gonna use my personal essence, which brings my personal essence down to 1.
Okay. Next, you're gonna start glowing if you use more.
That's fine.
Yep. Oh, it doesn't matter now.
Right.
All right. So
And
you're
then
gonna Fist of Us.
until PC's next action, hand-to-hand strike, lethal damage,
Okay.
blows with hands, cannot parry arrows or magic without a well-described stunt.
Got it. Okay.
So
Got it. And you are going to wait
going to-
until he attacks before you hit back.
well, if he's going to attack me, I'm going to do that move where I sling my arrow,
Yeah.
and then basically, like,
Well, you have initiative, so
Okay.
are you going to wait till he comes up to attack you?
no, actually, if I can do that move and then attack, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then what I'll do,
I didn't know if you were waiting for him or if you just wanted to jump up, flip that around, and then just
I
pow.
want to jump up, flip it around, land, and then springboard up, bust the Fists of Iron technique, and then as I'm attacking the first attack, I can do the next thing, which is Furious Jab, which I can call after the attack roll.
Oh yeah.
So-
you're going to link those two charms together.
Right.
Chaining charms.
Charm.
Awesome.
But I'm going to do it in the air, like as I'm coming
Yeah.
down on him.
Yeah.
So,
So go ahead and spend all your stuff to enact your charms.
okay, that leaves the one last personal I had.
Okay.
Pops as soon as I do Furious Jab. 'Cause
Okay.
It's 1 essence to go.
All right.
So I'm not glowing yet, but as soon as I do that and start hitting him, it's
Yep. So 47.
How cool is that gonna look?
Yeah. Because how many points have you spent?
14.
Yeah. So yeah, as soon as you spend that point. Okay. So, and you wanted to add something to yours?
I have those bracers of damage.
Yes.
Can I activate those? Is that something, or is that an action?
The mine says mine are committed.
Yeah. If you committed them, you don't have to activate them.
Well, that would be every day. You have to
Yeah.
spend the 4 points. So no, I would want to spend.
So spend your 4 points and they're turned
but
off.
that won't. I can do that all at the same time.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Spending essence doesn't have to be each turn you spend essence. In my opinion, it's like if you're going to do all these charms at once, do it.
Yeah. And I'm going to use that as emphasis with that strength pounding into the ground,
Yeah.
cracking the ground. It's like smashing the rest of the ruins
Yeah.
off, off the way, in
Yeah.
my area.
Okay. Cool. All right. So cicada, you jump up in the air, flip your bow
my
around,
bow
your
around.
shoulder.
That is kinda
Focus,
Yeah.
blow up
is kinda
Fist of
cool.
Iron, come down, and as soon as I do, I blow. As soon as I make contact is when Furious Jab
Yep.
goes off. So as soon as I hit him, I do Furious Jab. So it says, on a successful attack, PC may count extra successes twice for determining damage. May be spent after attack roll.
Okay. So
So,
roll your attack roll.
which
So
is brawl and
Strength or dex and brawl.
dex and brawl or strength and brawl? Hand
Dex
to hand.
because you're trying to hit him.
Okay.
So it's your dex.
All right.
Oh yeah, my personal was all used up anyway. I was gonna go into peripheral anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
5.
Five successes.
successes, yes.
Okay. He's not gonna dodge it,
Okay.
so go ahead and roll your damage.
What is the damage for that?
Okay, so it's gonna be your strength.
Yeah.
Doesn't really count for Fists of Iron. It's unarmed, but instead of
Furious
bashing,
Jab, however, is
yeah, but instead of bashing, it's gonna do lethal.
right.
So go ahead and roll your strength. And does your Furious Jab add anything to that?
On a successful attack, the PC may count extra successes twice
Okay.
for
All right.
determining damage.
So you're going to roll your strength, and you had 5 extra successes on your attack roll because he didn't dodge it.
Right.
So what's your strength?
My strength is 4.
So you're going to roll 9 dice.
Fuck.
Well,
Five,
do
six, seven.
do this separately so we know which ones the extra successes are.
Okay, so
So roll your strength.
Well, my
Tell me how many
strength is
successes you get.
Okay. I got 1.
1. Okay, now roll your extra successes. Tell me how many
The
successes.
5.
It's the 5.
The 5, right?
Yeah. And for every success you get, it counts as 2. Because your extra successes count
7
as
is
2.
7 is the number, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Damn. 6 plus the 1?
Yeah.
Or is that with the
No.
1?
No, 6. That's
6 is how many I got.
Right.
Now.
He doubled
Okay.
to 12.
Okay.
13.
Plus the
Plus
1
one.
that you got
Plus
from
the-
your strength.
So 13.
The
13.
2 I got for my strength.
Those don't count as double.
Oh, okay.
Just the extra successes.
All right.
That's why you got to keep track of them separate.
Okay.
13.
Yes.
You were punching the one with the arrow in his eye, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to when I'm coming down to maybe flop the arrow too.
Oh, you could. It
It
gets better. It gets better.
Okay.
You're
Very
gonna
cool.
come down and punch him and drive the arrow through his head. And as you do, you can feel his eye socket crumble and crush. And your fist goes into his skull a bit. And then when you land, you just pull it out. And he just crumples forward.
Now remember, everyone, this is fantasy action violence for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
Please do not punch gorillas.
Yeah.
They're gentle.
No Harambe's.
Demon ones, though.
Yeah. So yeah, you basically come down, drive the arrow through its skull, punch into its skull, and
Okay,
then
Ray.
it falls down.
There you go.
All right.
Combo.
And I come up and my cast is glowing.
Oh, yeah. So you
Yes.
were next.
Yes. So,
So
did the flame thing, did the effect, and I'm going to try and disperse the crowd. I don't have anything. Oh, wait. I do have harmonious presence. Successful absences, social presence, and bureaucracy rolls are increased.
I mean, you can use it if you want.
We do have one of these things left.
Basically, I'm going to tell you that whatever you do,
Gorilla.
you're going to have to roll,
Uh-huh.
and you're going to need at least 6 successes because these people are like, they're demons. And now that you've proved it,
Yeah.
they're not just going to be like, oh, well, it's okay.
No.
I mean, these people are hostile.
I understand that.
So
So I'm
what-
trying to get them out of here. is
Yeah.
what-
So, but you're gonna have to roll a lot because they're like,
Yeah, I know. So if
they're all glowing, and you just did this thing with fire, disperse, and it's like
I'm about to.
that kind of seems demon-like to me.
yeah. Oh yeah, I agree.
So I'm just saying,
I'm
you're gonna
trying
have
to
a
let 'em go.
hell of a time convincing them.
I'm not.
Sit
It's
down
more of them
there.
running away.
Well, I mean, to get them to run away.
Oh, I got you.
So, because they're like, right now, they're just like fighting for their lives. You are demons. You are the worst of the worst demons.
Yeah.
These
How we're
blood
worse
apes
than
might
the-
be demons, but for them, you almost create what they've been told, even from the dragon blood, it is you almost collapse society.
Yeah.
That's why they killed you.
Right.
And you're here like proudly displaying your solars, so they're like, what the f- this is the end of the world kind of stuff.
I told I left a +3 on all my rolls.
Okay.
So now I will roll my what would it be? Manipulation
Manipulation
and presence.
Presence, yes.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8.
Okay. So 8 successes.
Get them to back up a bit, I guess. Yeah.
They are going to back up.
Trying to do that thing like you are going. Yeah, we're demons. You better run.
Yeah.
When I pulled my hand back out of the skull, I pulled the arrow out with it.
No, the arrow splintered. It's
Damn,
not
I'd be like, I
stopping.
had my arrow.
Yeah. Going to get my gun back.
We're doing great tonight, Sedalia. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you very much.
Hello,
How are you
way
doing?
back.
Hope you're doing good. Okay, so yeah, with 8 successes, it's over their willpower, so they do back up
Yeah.
and start to break. But you can tell they're
That's fine.
fearing for their lives right now.
Yeah, and that's what I want. I want them out of here, or they're gonna die.
Yeah. Okay, so the other blood ape was going to attack you. All right. You ready?
Ready, set.
You can sort of
Go.
sense it uses a charm. This charm is called Principle of Motion. It gets 3 extra attacks.
Ooh.
If I spend 3 motes per attack, and can get 3 extra attacks on you in one action.
Yikes.
Sheesh.
So you're going to get hit 4 times by this thing. And as it comes up, it's like a gorilla. It's just kind of loping.
Yeah.
But as it comes up, it just... So let me roll these and see what happens.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Now, if you want to dodge these, here's how this is going to work.
Yeah.
The first one you can dodge with Dex and Dodge. The next one is Dex and Dodge -1. The next one is Dex and Dodge -2. The fourth one is Dex and Dodge -3, and that's -3 dice. So every time you dodge, you drop a die because you're using it up. Okay, do you want to dodge the first attack? Okay, you need...
Dex and Dodge.
Yep. How many successes did you get?
4.
Okay, so 2 are going to get through. Second attack.
None.
Ooh. Third attack.
2.
Fourth attack.
3.
That's amazing. The last one with the fewest dice.
Okay, my leather, now is this lethal damage?
Yes, this is going to be lethal damage.
Okay, for each attack, my leather armor soaks 3 lethal.
Okay. Okay, so here's how you mark these off.
Okay.
The first attack did 2 lethal. So down there at the bottom of your character sheet, you should have some boxes.
Now that's after the armor soaking?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Okay.
So where it says -0,
Yeah.
put an X in the first 2 boxes. That's lethal.
Okay.
The next one is 5 health levels. So keep going with X's. So you should be down to this, mark off the second box of -1, right?
Because mine, some of them are already blacked in.
Yeah, somewhere back then.
So X above them.
I had 2 above them.
Let's see your sheet.
Some of them are already blacked in. Mine are all, half of them are blacked in already.
Oh, yeah. Got a bunch.
That has to do with something with your stats or something.
Well, it has to do with if you took Ox Body Technique or not. So now you have your health levels.
All right.
Everything else should be blacked in because you don't have access to them.
Right.
So let's start again.
All right.
Mark off your first 2 0 health, your first health levels.
Okay, that's 2. All right.
Okay. You're going to take another 5 health levels.
2, 3.
And you're going to take another 2 health levels. And you're going to take another 2 health levels.
Holy.
Still standing?
Yes.
What are you at?
-2?
I've got 1 -2.
And then you're at -4.
No, I'm sorry. I've got 2 -2s.
Okay. And then you're at -4.
And then I'll be at -4.
So for those of you who do not have Ox Body Technique, you can see where this is going to come in handy if you want to go up against like swords and demons.
I would have been spread. Speaking of the mayonnaise, I was the
It would have
mayonnaise.
been Tomo Pate.
Tomo pate.
So yes. Now just keep in mind, you took out your ape right off the bat. If he would have had advantage, he was going to do the same thing to you.
Right.
4 attacks.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom. So as you can see, this is the first real battle you guys have been in.
Yeah.
And this is just 2 blood apes.
I can imagine
Just-
what it would
just
have been if
2.
I didn't get my armor.
Yeah.
Because each blow it was soaked. 3
Right.
lethals.
Yeah, and I took that into account
Yeah.
to figure out how many health levels you were taking.
And I
But
would
we're the bad guys.
I would have been down and out if it had not been.
Yeah.
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 So yeah. So this game,
It gave me 12 points.
if you watch our videos, you're gonna see them fighting like townsfolk and bandits and like, yeah, wipe the floor with them. Some wild barbarians, kill them. Now it's like, oh, it's actual demons. Wow, that was easy. I almost died. Now just imagine if you have to face like Abyssal Exalted, who are
Yeah.
just as powerful as you, it's going to be like, oh my God. Now you're going to be doing damage today. It's like Superman
Right.
or Master Universe.
Yep.
You can punch each other through buildings. Okay, so now that we got that settled, I'm glad you're alive. All right.
Phew.
Jinx.
Yep.
All right. And you had 11?
Yes.
Okay, so you are up next. Yeah, the townsfolk are basically backing off.
Yeah.
So you are up next. What were you going to do to this?
This was the excellent strike. So I don't have to do it, but I'm just going to make sure that as soon as it's gone, I am just going to leap straight up in a pirouette, double twist around, and come down
With the gorm.
with the axe.
Okay.
I basically try to cleave you in two
I'm going
You and too, Ocean Will.
as I come down top of it. So,
I'm going to give you an extra die for that because it's a 1 dice stunt because you're just doing something fancy.
and so it's been 6 motes.
Okay.
That effectively doubles my thing.
Okay.
Plus 1 more.
And just so you know, Mike, when you did your
Yeah, I had
first
one
thing,
extra thing.
yeah, I was going to say that would have been an extra one.
Yeah.
The thing where you jumped up the trees to get Rin, if that was going to be any kind of dice roll, I would have given you 2 because you're using the environment.
Right. Yeah.
So keep that stuff in mind.
I would have one more success
Yeah.
last round too with the Townsfolk. I just remembered that.
Yeah, well, that's that worked.
Because I'm in the double, I mean the -2. So 2 of these dice I don't get to use.
Right.
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 Yeah.
So one of them,
Oh, you can make
one of you, one of them is still your stunt die, but yeah. Yeah, 'cause I shared that meme. I thought it was so funny because it was somebody holding a handful of 10-siders.
Yeah.
And it just said exalted combat. I was like, yeah, it is.
You're in good hands with all this.
Exalted state. You're in good hands with Exalted state.
All right.
Ooh, some pens.
3, 4, 5, 6.
6 damage.
6 successes.
And that was to hit? Or
Yeah, that was the hit.
that was to hit. So 6. So
Successes I'm hitting.
all 6 are going to get through.
Now,
No, he wouldn't dodge. 'Cause he just basically go. And it is like that gorilla comes up.
Oh yeah, I
And just
can
like-
see it.
When
I
it
think-
hits, just doing it. Bam, bam, bam.
I'm thinking
So-
Rampage with the Rock.
Yeah.
when he was like running
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. So he can't.
Kong.
He's not dodging because he's like, yeah, take that. Oh, you're still up. So roll your damage, which is all 6 of those dice
Plus the 2 from the
plus
bracer.
the 2 from the bracers. Well, actually, does it add to your damage or your
Yes, your
attack?
damage.
That does 2 plus 2 damage too, right?
It's for damage.
Yeah.
That's what mine are, and we got them at the same place. It was at the
Yeah.
creatures.
plus 2 attack plus your damage.
No, just damage.
Oh, just damage.
Bracers increase damage by 2.
Okay. So
But
in that case,
it didn't do anything.
it didn't do anything anyway. So you don't roll those for your attack, but you will roll them now.
You'll have to just write it down in the future.
I'll
Yeah.
do that in a second. So,
Plus 2 damage.
I got 6.
And then plus 2 for your bracers.
Now is it -2 because of his -2?
No, the -2 is for hitting, like
Okay.
actually punching, because you're tired, you're hurt.
Okay.
When you actually do damage, that's just your raw brute strength.
Okay.
And would those also be for defense? You know, like armor? Add
Yeah,
your armor
they'll
point?
count as armor too. At least 1 point of armor.
5.
5. Okay.
Now, does your axe do any damage? It automatically does damage, doesn't it?
Yeah. What is the damage on your
Yeah,
axe?
what's your damage?
On your Gormal? It's an artifact, so it's probably pretty good.
Well, it's a level 3.
Should be maybe on the back of your.
I mean,
You're just doing like you're punching them, but your axe does extra damage.
Yeah, your axe is actually.
Under combat.
6 lethal plus 2 extra dice.
Okay, so you do. So you're gonna roll 2 more dice. How many did she have so far? How many did you have so far? 5.
5.
Okay, so roll them 2. Nothing. Plus another 6, so it's 11. No, you did 11.
No, you don't. Yeah, you don't roll that. That's your base
Automatic.
damage. 6 lethal.
the
It automatically does that. Okay, so you basically come down.
So that was on top of the 5 that ended
Yeah.
up
6 plus the
Yeah.
5. So
6
yeah,
plus
11.
5 makes 11.
Yep.
Okay.
You come down and cleave it right in the skull, and it basically goes down to about the bridge of its nose and slides out, and the thing just kind of jerks and falls over. You killed it by 2 health levels. That's it. So I mean, you killed it, but it was like, ooh, hey, I'm glad I didn't have to do that again. So, but you did kill it. So that blood
I
ape,
killed you too.
that blood ape collapses to the ground. Nice
They're
job.
both down.
They're both dead.
Okay.
The witch twitches and lies still.
Twitch as hell. She ain't got no middle left.
Yeah, well, it was the wind.
He ain't got
Yeah.
no body left.
So yeah.
Are we still in rounds?
Yeah, still haven't gone.
Yeah, technically, what were you going to shoot? The blood ape?
I wasn't actually gonna shoot. Well, I've become redundant because I was just trying to see if it would scare them back into
Oh,
their
yeah.
pits.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm glowing now for no reason.
No, that's
but
fine.
you know, the people might
You're,
be.
you're not the only
back
one.
off.
Oh, yeah. They're backing off now.
Yeah.
They start basically screaming,
But
yelling obscenities. and backing up.
When I do start glowing, I was trying to be intimidating. So I'm gonna,
And she can further scare the
Oh, yeah,
house.
you could.
so I was going to be like very slowly with a grin, a little smirk, knock my arrow, and then when my banner comes up, it makes my braid come out and my hair starts
Oh, flying around.
flying around, and you know, it all glows like a golden aurora
Yeah.
borealis
Yeah.
all around me, and like I don't know if it actually gets cold, but it's blowing like it's an Arctic
Yeah, it's
wind.
like chill wind.
So it's blowing around like it's
She should probably roll her.
Yeah, you can. If you want to roll your manipulation and if you have presence, well, actually use your charisma.
my charisma. I like
Because
that.
you're not trying to get them to do anything. You're just standing there. So if
I'm
you
going
have
to try to do something.
charisma and if you have presence, you can roll that.
Oh, presents. No, I don't have presents.
Just your charisma then.
If are we still in rounds or no?
Yeah.
No.
I'm doing
No, we're not.
I'm doing the last one.
Yeah.
I want to, after she's doing that, I'm going to cast and
2.
use Unruly Mob Rebuke.
Okay.
2.
2. Okay. It's enough to send them kind of like over the edge, and they're starting to disperse.
Oh yeah, my eyes glow.
But they
gold.
are screaming obscenities at you as they retreat. They're calling you
I'm about to stop them.
demons. You're called demons.
So I am casting Unruly Mob Rebuke. Boys, you call us the demons! When you yourselves give blood to the rest of the demons here, then we come to take them away from you. And you are too stupid to understand that we are the ones trying to save you. So go on, run back to your houses. And when your demon comes to destroy them, do not call for us.
What is your virtue flaw?
My virtue flaw, red rage of compassion.
Okay. Give yourself 2 points of limit.
2 points of limit, okay?
When you get to 10, you're going to suffer that.
Gotcha.
Because
Yeah, I'm hit pissed.
yeah, and what
Yeah.
you're doing is giving into your bad part.
I know, that's why I wanted to do
So,
that.
oh yeah. If you get into it,
Yeah.
you are going to suffer a limit break, and that is never pleasant.
Gotcha.
But because you are doing that now and acting out that way, counter to what you probably should be doing, you're taking limit.
I'll take it.
That's kind of how that works. Like for Dennis, Vallas has that courage thing. Used it, but didn't use it on normal people, so to speak. All you got, and I just want to be clear, I'm fine with what you're doing. I just want to be clear. All you're doing is reinforcing to this group of people that the Solars are evil. That's all you're doing. Basically,
By
tell
telling them that their demon's going to come kill them, but not to call
think
for
about
us.
it. They've been trained. That's like we've been told Bible stories,
I
all
understand
that
that.
stuff. They have been brought up for centuries knowing that you guys are evil. Now that one group, you saved them, and we're very, hey, we got your kid back. You need help? Give us a call. Even though these people are misguided and following this witch, which they may be under a spell You don't know if they were following him of their own free will.
Well, nonetheless,
Or
it
if
pissed
they're
him off,
enchanted.
so he
I
wasn't
know.
going to hold back.
I'm just explaining because you say that and because you did the fire thing and it just reinforces to
Reinforces
these
that
people
we're evil. Yeah.
you are evil. And if they
And
start
now I look
spreading
like
that,
this.
more people are going, well, yeah, don't who do they look like? And if the wild hunt enacts, they're going to be like, those guys.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be like, yes, those guys.
Yeah.
So keep
And
that in
what-
mind when you do this.
And the way I was looking at it, if they started attacking us, they could have died.
Yeah.
But everyone always they're already solars all the way, and that's why I tried to scare them because I'm like,
Yeah.
just get out of here because I don't want them to get hurt.
Right. And
Yep.
even though that's a good motive,
Yeah.
the way they see it
Oh yeah.
is bad.
There's no way I could have
I was
changed
just trying to
that.
scare the demons.
No.
Yeah.
Well, there were other ways you could handle that. You guys all popped on your animal flares and just went all out. You could have been like, let's do this. Just do
I know.
this.
It's-
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, we were already glowing,
Yeah,
so it's
I
like,
want you guys to know there are consequences when you act out that way.
Yeah.
So like that town back there, they love you. This town here, they're gonna warn people about you.
Yeah.
Especially in this area.
yeah.
And if the word gets back to the
Oh, yeah.
dragon blooded, they're gonna be like, where were they?
Yeah.
And they're gonna start looking harder for you guys.
So we'll have to
keep that
kill
in mind.
everybody in the village and be what they say. So
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
That'll reinforce everything.
yeah, perfect.
You guys are heroes.
Nope,
killed
I'm
our
a murderer.
So after the people run off screaming, running back to their houses or wherever they're going, everybody make a perception and awareness check. And tell me how many successes you get.
I got none.
The 7 again?
Yep.
1.
1, 3. Okay. You don't see this.
Yep.
Rob, you think you see those horns up on the ridge? A little closer, but not much closer. You guys, and I'm gonna hold this up. Just, can you see that?
Yeah.
That's what you see above the trees.
There you go.
You see that pop up above the tree line, or bushes, or whatever it is up there. You see it, and just for an instant, and then it takes off. Did you see that?
Yeah.
You see that,
Something nasty looking.
and it
up
takes off
there.
away from you. So you guys see that.
Perhaps that was what Witchy Poo was leaving the sacrifices for.
What?
There was a thing up on the other hill above the trees. I caught it just with a glimpse.
You know, check it down.
Chinese ogreish face with hornsies.
Could have been some sort of wild thing. And I kind of look at, make sure Rin's okay.
He's fine.
And then I'll go over to the apes. Do I know? Are they gone, or do we have to do something to get rid of
No,
them?
actually, as you walk over there, they are turning to embers and ash. So they're already leaving this plane of existence.
All right. Then I'm going to go up to the stone
Okay.
and look at it.
Just a granite stone. Maybe some knife marks on it. Some old blood dried into, like soaked into the rock, but it doesn't seem like it's anything special.
No runes or anything.
Is there, could you
There
destroy
might
it?
be some, well, no, there wouldn't be any runes carved in the stone. No.
Would I know, with my occult, would it be something I know that it's a focal point or something like that?
It's probably just something she used to get the people to believe her.
So can
There's
I,
nothing magical about it. There's no essence in it. It's not part of a ley line.
I know,
it's-
but can it be destroyed?
You want to destroy a giant piece of granite.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
What you know with your occult, this is probably a natural thing that was here.
Shit,
And
okay.
she basically said, we need to make a pact with these demons, and this is their worshiping altar. Follow me, or our village will be ruined. And
Well, what I want to do then,
she just used this as like, look, and they're like, well, that's weird. It's got to be an altar. She must be right.
Right.
That's basically all it was. because there's no magic, there's no essence, anything about it.
That's kind of what I was wondering.
So she was just using it to.
So I guess you just can take it for granted.
Yeah, that's my wife.
Well, before I jump off the cliff, can I knock it over or destroy it? Is there a way to destroy it?
It's a big granite slab, so however you can do it, you can do it.
Okay. I just want them to come back and be like, "Oh, we still need to do this." You know what I mean?
Well, I think they were serving that thing up there, and I'm obviously still in full
Oh yeah.
anima, so I can't get
Take
rid of
it
it for a
down.
while.
I want to know what's walking through the woods right now.
So should we pursue?
It looks
Indeed.
like it's trying to hide. Maybe we should bring some light on the subject.
That we can do.
Quick story short here. You're gonna go up there.
I'm gonna go back to the wagon and try and get it out of town
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I'm not glowing, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna try and get and basically ride it out as fast as I can.
Okay. Most everybody's locked in their houses,
Yeah.
that kind of thing right now.
We've got the two kids.
Yeah.
As you guys go up there and start tracking, you can see the tracks a little bit, but you can follow them for about 10, 15 yards, and then they vanish.
But maybe I was right.
But-
Maybe their demon is going to come kill them.
But you do sense essence was used here very recently. So whatever it is using essence. Like it enacted some sort of charm, maybe. But
Elsewhere.
there's no way to follow it after that.
Let's get back to the wagon.
Whatever it is could have
And then
enacted.
I
a
tell
charm,
you,
or
you go
something
after it.
else could have enacted.
I'm going to grab the wagon and get out of
thing.
town, heading on, not the way we came, but onward. So
Let's walk through town.
Okay. I myself, leave for now. But what I'm thinking is, I'm not comfortable leaving these people under the thrall of whatever this is.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep an eye on this town, even if they don't know it.
Okay. How long do you want to do that?
I'm gonna maybe come back the next night and see if it's there again. Maybe
The next night? Okay, yeah. If you come back, if you guys go somewhere and then come back the next day, it's very subdued, and it doesn't look like it looks like maybe if you were to watch them for like a day from the woods, what you're gonna see is the next morning they all come out, they call a meeting at the tavern. You can kind of see them in there. If you kind of peek through or send Rin up to the door so he can look and you can see what they're doing.
I have that coin, so I can leave the coin and I can hear whatever they're
Okay.
saying.
Yeah, we have the speaking. I don't know if that would.
No, that's kind of like I talk to everybody.
Yeah.
But I have a charm where
Yeah.
I put a coin somewhere
Yeah, that's
and I can see and hear everything.
Basically, you're going to hear a big argument. A lot of the townspeople are like, "What do we do now? We're cursed. We're cursed." I mean, she summoned demons. She's never done that before. And then the true Anathema showed up. And if they come back, they're going to wipe us off the face of the planet. What do we do? What do we do?
Now,
Gardain,
can I sense if there's any magic still on the town or not?
no, you don't sense anything.
Okay.
So
well, that's why I want to come back to and
Yeah.
go up there the next night and see if I still sense that essence or
no, by then that's gone. So
Okay,
it
so what else
doesn't
do we hear?
linger. What else you hear is basically most of the town is, what do we do without her? The pact is broken. Either that's going to get us whatever it was they were worshiping. Like they didn't even know for sure. She just said it was some demon or some,
She wouldn't have told them
oh,
it
not
was a demon.
demon. She would have said it's some god of the woods that protects this area. And they needed to sacrifice to it. They didn't even know what the god was, but they're like, either it's going to get us or these anathema are going to come back and kill us all. What do we do? What do we do? Gardain, or whatever his name was, I can't remember. I think it was Gardain. He's trying to calm everybody down, and he basically says, look,
Gerard. I can't.
yeah. Anyway, he basically says, I've been thinking about this long and hard overnight. You know, we went 3 weeks without, or like a month and a half without any visitors coming, and those animals were starting to be killed. And they're like, yeah, it was the god. He was taking revenge on us. And he's like, I don't think he was. Why would he kill our animals? Wouldn't that be sacrifice enough? So maybe we were duped. Maybe it wasn't that. And a lot of the people are like so indoctrinated. They're like, no, we gotta sacrifice. And he's like, look, let's wait. If more travelers come through, we'll see what we can do. But I'm thinking maybe this was some sort of sign we're dealing with forces we don't know about. And we not only did we bring upon something bad, we brought upon something even worse. So are we messing with the right forces? Maybe we should do something different. So that's the big thing. He's under the impression she summoned some demons, and then these things came.
Right.
So, would you rather deal with the blood apes, or would you rather deal with the Anathema, who are basically evil gods? Mm-hmm. Which would you rather deal with?
And we pretty much killed the apes
Yeah.
that.
So he's like, yeah, it's not like they saved us. It's more like, I think they're pissed at us. So maybe we should stop fooling with this. She knew what she was doing.
We turned her into a snow cone.
Come on, into a slushy. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So from what you can tell, there's still some argument about most of the town is like, we need to sacrifice, keep doing the sacrifices. I'm sure we can figure it out. Okay. There's a small portion, including the leader, who's like, look, maybe we shouldn't be messing with this stuff without her. She seemed to know what she was doing, but we don't. And if we start screwing around with it, those other things are going to come back and probably kill out all of us.
Okay, look out, Gerard, or whatever your name is, because they're going to sacrifice you.
Right. And it's possible that's going to happen.
So I mean,
the only way to stop...
I would like to keep an eye on them, because you said it was like 3 weeks that they didn't have any travelers, and then, whatever it was. I want to keep an eye on them.
Well, that's
how long was your observation spell thing?
It's for several hours.
Oh, just hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes away.
Would you be able to activate it again on the same item from afar?
As long as they don't find. Well,
all of a sudden, another quarter comes flying through the window. Ding, ding, ding. Where'd that come from?
It's hiding up in the raft. He's placed it up in the raft.
I have to sneak in and put it in there, but basically it's 10 motes. It's only one coin at a time. Actually, I could leave it there forever. But I can't make another coin.
No, but you could activate that coin.
I have to spend 10 motes.
At a later time?
Make 10 motes, destroy 5 motes. Only one coin at a time. Close my eyes and concentrate. So it'll stay there.
Yeah. You
But I can never make another one.
Activate it.
Yeah.
So,
I can basically monitor the inn and just close my eyes and listen to it.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do over the next several weeks. And
We'll travel, but I can write.
Yeah.
What I would like to do is I tell you to.
I want to camp until we can find this thing in the woods.
I think we looked and it's disappeared.
Yeah, you.
There's no saying it's not going to come back.
Well, I'll tell you. Let's bump this up.
Yeah, because I'm not.
It's almost
not
10.
comfortable leaving them.
Okay. You could stay here for 3 months. Basically, what's going to happen? That thing's never going to show up again.
Okay.
It's never going to come back.
Okay. The people though.
The people. They.
Let me say what I was going to do.
Yeah.
Because I was going to travel back down the road, and make signs saying "Danger! Don't travel this way."
Okay. That's
Both ends.
Yeah.
So they don't get travelers.
Yeah, that's fine. They won't get travelers. There is an attempt that some of the townsfolk actually try to capture Gerard or Gardain. He fights them off with some of his people who are seeing his side of the story. There's a little bit of a revolution in the town, and basically the ones who think they should be sacrificing take the town, and the others kind of like, screw you, we're leaving.
Okay.
So the
Leave them to themselves.
Gerard and his people move away. He's very upset. He's very angry. In fact, he will set fire to Sam's place when he leaves, because he's like, I built this with my hands and you've corrupted it. So he's like, we're leaving. You want a town? live in the ruins, and he sets the place on fire, and his about half the town or third of the town move away. The ones that are left there are now left with burning ruins, so nobody's going to visit. And if you really want to find out, in probably another month after that, those people...
I destroy the coin because I have to, because the place burns down.
You'll eventually hear, if you ever look into it, those people just never had visitors, and nothing bad else ever happened. And they were just like, man, we were duped. And now we got to rebuild this, and all the people who built it left. So it's going to become basically this kind of once elegant, but now ramshackly patched up town that people avoid.
I just want to keep my eye on it for as long as so. I don't care what everybody else does, but
there are consequences to your actions, but there you go.
Well, that's it for tonight, folks. Make sure to come back next Tuesday night when we're having our Halloween special. Make sure to check out our social media to see what we're playing. You can find all those social medias on our link tree. That's on all the social medias that we have out there. So go to Linktree, go down it, go wherever you want. If you want to see us in action on other days, go to our YouTube channel. There you can find all of our games listed in our playlists in chronological order of the dates that they were posted. So you can follow the storylines of each campaign and every game that we played. I want to give a big shout out to Dice Goblins down to St. Louis Renaissance Fair. I'll be there for the last weekend this weekend of the Renaissance Fair.
That's the Goblins with a Z.
That's Dice Goblins with a Z, dicegoblins.com. And a big thank you also to Pocket Bard for giving us some sounds you may or may not have heard. We're going to work with it a little bit, see if we can integrate a little more. And
yes, thank you so much for the explosions.
Pocketbards.app for them. It's a free app. You can download it for Google or app. Yeah, anyway. Anything you have, you can download it on. Now for the thank yous. Thank you to Dale for running the game. Thanks to the Dragon's Den for hosting the game. Thanks to Mike for his technical prowess and investment. Thanks to Bobbi for putting in clips and edits and everything else. And big thank you to Onyx Publishing for putting out Exalted. Even though we're playing the White Wolf version, that's okay.
Onyx
And
Publishing
thanks, Rob,
is
for
doing
being our
that.
voice.
You're welcome. Make sure to go buy this game wherever you can. It's a fun game. Let them know the Raconteur Society sent you. That's it for the night, folks. Don't forget, go to the link tree, and we'll see you all again next Tuesday. Good night.
Good night, everybody.